I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take
Hello, beauties. How is everyone doing this beautiful day? I hope everyone's having a great Thursday. It's good to see all of you guys in here. How long has it been? Was I live yesterday? No, I wasn't live yesterday. So it's only been like a day, but I've missed you guys as usual. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a little bit and have a discussion because that's what we do. We have discussions. And I want to hear you guys' opinions because I value your opinions. Welcome to the Glam Fam, Shiro. If I'm saying your name right, welcome, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Hi, Care Bear. Hey, Rianne through the looking glass. Hey, I hate peas. Hey, Stranger Clegan. Care Bear. Oh, I think I said hi, Care Bear. Happy J Life. How are you? Y'all smashed that love on the way in. Oh, thank you. Hey, Heather McLeod. Hey, Daphne. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Tinkerbell. It's good to see all of you guys. Hey, Mrs. Good Trouble. I like that name. Hey, Commander. Always a pleasure. Puzzled. Glamma D. Good to see you. Erie. Good to see you. Goku Black. Goku Black. Good to see you. I like your name. Felony Melanie 420. Jerusha? Am I saying that right? Jerusha. Jerusha. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a pretty name. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Let me ask you a question. Why do storms always roll on in around school pickup? That's a good question. Hey, Phoenix. That is a very good question. Hey, Rachel, Becca, Morella, Juliet. I'm just going to say Hope, Bella, and Punky's mom. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So today I wanted to talk about something because hey Kicks, when you watch YouTube as much as I do, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do, I love YouTube. YouTube is important to me, not just because of my channel, but just because I like to keep up on everything that's going on. And if it's something that I feel passionate about talking about, then I'll talk about it. Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. And if you're new here, welcome. We do commentary and sometimes makeup over here, and we have a lot of fun. So it's important that I keep up on certain things. And I think not getting involved, but having someone like Megamouth start so much trouble with me kind of introduced me to a whole world that I never really knew that much about. I've heard, but it never really knew that much about. And then once you start getting in on different things that you didn't know about, you start getting intrigued and you're like, wow, this is really going on. And it's going on all over YouTube. But I covered the Quentin Simon story last week or the week before. It is a very, very sad story. And I understand that people get passionate about stories. I understand that, especially as a creator. You do research, you start getting real deep into the story, and you're like, wow, you start getting passionate. And obviously, there are a lot of things with this story that is just absolutely horrible. And I have my opinion, which I'm sure most of you guys have the opinion, that the mother definitely had something to do with her child's disappearance. Okay. So we all get passionate. And when you get passionate, when you cover a true crime case, it seriously makes you look at things differently. And sometimes people get very mad, because justice isn't happening fast enough. Sometimes you go through all kinds of emotions. You get sad, you get mad, you get very angry, you get too infuriated, all of those things. And it's understandable because at the end of the day, this is a baby, a 21-month-old baby, 21, I could be wrong. That is a precious life that is possibly gone, which we all know that he is. And it's heartbreaking. And it really does, especially as a creator, when you are talking about a specific case, it really does hit close to home. Okay. So I understand. And when you look at things from the perspective of a commentary channel like myself, you tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Because of how sad this case is. You know what I'm saying? How horrible it is. And I think so senseless. It's something I feel that could have been prevented. And I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. I think there was so many mistakes. It really gives me Casey Anthony vibes. Like, I do feel that Leilani is being very much enabled by her parents. And I think they know that she has something to do with their own grandchild's death, and they're doing nothing. She's still living there. She's still living in that home. And she was living in the home when, in my opinion, she shouldn't have been living in the home. She didn't have custody of Quentin for a reason. So therefore, she should have been away from him, not living under the same roof as him. However, I digress. All I'm saying is that I understand how people can get very passionate about a case and want to do something about it. However, there are boundaries and lines that I feel people cross. And I do think that people cross those boundaries and lines sometimes because they want to see something done. And then some people cross those boundaries and lines as a creator for their own benefit, not for justice, but for their own benefit. And that is what we're going to talk about today, because I can understand covering the case and trying to do everything that you can to bring awareness to this case. And even if you were to protest, I don't think that protesting outside of the parents' home, what is that going to do for the case? I think the biggest question you would ask, especially if you're covering a case, is what can I do to help? You know, what can I do to help the police get to the place where this woman is arrested? Because I think that outrage is that Leilani definitely is responsible for the death of her child. I think that's what the outrage is. However, that doesn't mean that protesting outside of their home is going to make the case move any faster. So, when you talk about these kinds of things, you have to go to the history of somebody. You have to go back. You have to go back. At least that's how I do my research, because you want to see if this is something random that's being chosen to do, or if this is something that's a repeated pattern that a person has done even in the past. And we all know the cases, the high profile cases that people have gotten passionate about. Gabby Petito, with Brian Laundrie, everything like that. People went to protest there. Summer Wells, we all know the damage that was done from YouTube creators when it came to that case. So that's why I say you have to take it back, and you have to take it back to a person's character, the things that they complain about, the things that they're very hypocritical about, all of those things. Are they still searching the landfill? I'm not sure. They should be. They should be still. I think they are. They're giving her I was driven insane, so don't believe anything I confess to defense, which is absolutely ridiculous. It brings pressure to the family to start talking. I understand what you're saying. It brings pressure, but to me, I think more of the pressure, how do I say this? When you are getting yourself involved with a case, or you're protesting and all of those types of things, you can't violate, someone's civil rights. You can't do that. I don't know how protesting would put pressure. I guess if that's the way you want to look at it, it's understandable. But in the same sense, I don't necessarily agree with that. And if you want to put pressure on anybody, put pressure on the police department. They're the ones who are investigating this case. They are the ones that have to come up with enough evidence to arrest her. And I'm not saying that the police are or are not doing their job. I don't know. Obviously, there are some stipulations with what they're doing, because she's not behind bars, and she should be. However, we're not detectives. Okay, we're not detectives. We are not the police. She's not going to go out and confess to the protesters. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't see how protesting is going to put pressure. If anything, I think that that's going to put more pressure for them to be quiet. That's just my opinion. But what I want to show you guys a few things that I feel is necessary to show, because there's a lot of problematic things that go on with Bullhorn Betty, and I think that those things should be addressed, because some of the things that goes on, listen, we are all creators, and unfortunately, we don't like it when other creators talk about us. We don't. Okay. We don't like it when we're being called out. We don't like it when, but in the same sense, there's nothing that you can do about it. When you put yourself out there, people are going to critique the things that you do. People are going to have something to say about the things that you do. Okay. And you either have to take it or leave YouTube. You don't have a choice in the matter. Excuse me. BHB was taking credit for the news interview. She said she pushed them into it with her protesting. One neighbor is a hospice patient and had to be taken away in an ambulance. That, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, well, not I think, that's what I'm saying. There are other people involved. You know, there are neighbors to take into consideration. Like, I personally don't think that protesting outside of someone's home that you think is responsible is going to change the situation. It's not going to make it any better. If anything, it's going to make it worse. It's not going to put pressure on them to do anything. And if it does, I would like to see some proof that shows that protesting works in that way, because protesting is, and I'm going to even show you guys the definition. Protesting is, yes, it's putting pressure on people, but it's also advocating, okay? And standing up for people who don't have a voice. And I can understand standing up for people who don't have a voice, especially in this case. However, you do have a voice every single day on your channel, every single day. Now, a lot of people, and I've seen this question around anybody who's talking about this, you know, about the protesting and everything like that. One of the biggest questions is, why not go outside and protest outside of the police department, right? Because that's not good content. Okay. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. That's not good content to do that. It's not beneficial to anyone to protest outside of the police department. Okay. If it does work, her defense attorney will use it to get her off. There's a lot of things that doing this can hinder the investigation then versus help it. Can you imagine when MGL and Jaundice arrive next week to protest? That's what I'm saying. It's just going to turn into more of a shit show, just like it did with the Gabby Petito case, Summer Wells. Like, you know, it's very upsetting to watch. It is. No, they aren't protesting, they're disturbing the peace. I agree. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that I feel is important to show. One, when creators are talking about you and calling you out on things that they disagree with, that's YouTube. There's nothing you can do about that. You can either choose to address it or you can choose to ignore it. If you feel like your content is being used or, you know, exploited in any way, okay, you know, do what you got to do as far as copyright claim and things like that. But then when you falsely go around copyright claiming, that's wrong. And when you threaten people because they choose to do commentary on the shit that you are doing, the shit that you are making very public that you're doing, that's a problem. Okay. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. When I was doing commentary a few weeks ago and I was using a video of burnt toast, Bullhorn Betty happened to be in that specific video. I wasn't even talking about Bullhorn Betty. However, she was involved with a video that I was showing that burnt toast had, that I was doing commentary on. And because Bullhorn Betty did not like that I was doing commentary on this video, she came in here and told me not to. You can't do that, okay? You may not like some of the things that people do. I don't. Nobody does. But in the same sense, it's wrong to think that you can go around falsely striking people or threatening people just because they're tagging you. You know, they are doing what we as YouTubers do, especially if you're a drama channel or a commentary channel, whatever the situation is. So I'm going to bring up one of Burnt Toast videos, and then I want to talk about Savage, okay? Savage Live Media, because she is also being threatened by Bullhorn Betty. And I feel it's important to address, because when someone's doing commentary on you, you don't have a right to tell them what they can or can't do on their channel. And you cannot scream harassment just because someone's doing commentary on you. That's not the way it works. And if you think it does, if you don't want people doing commentary on you, and especially the things that you're doing now, which is obviously very controversial, and that's protesting, how about don't make it public then for people to be open to criticize it? One mom that got arrested, you can hear this wife telling police he is on probation and their kids have been taken away. Damn, you should be home worrying about getting your kids back. Amen. Who is she? YouTube police, hall monitor of YouTube, safety patrol. Teaya, old girl, BHB will come for you hard if you go down this road. I don't care. I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want to, when I want to, and nobody's going to stop me from talking about what I want to. This is a commentary channel. No more than I can stop anyone else from talking about me or people that I care about. I can't do that. Okay? People can talk about whatever they want to. And you can either sit down and ignore it, which is what I do when people do commentary about me. I just fucking ignore it. Or do what you got to do. And I'll do what I got to do. But I'm not going to be that type of person who is going to be silenced and not give my opinion about something. Now, it'd be different if I was coming on here bashing her and saying she's a horrible person and, blah, 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 or talking about her looks or anything like that, which that's not how I roll. But I'm allowed to do commentary on whatever I choose to do. And nobody's going to stop me. Freedom of speech is fine. Slander is something else. Exactly. If you're slandering somebody, that's different. But doing commentary, this is a commentary channel, doing commentary and having your opinion about something, that's not against the law, for one. And for two, that's why I do commentary on my channel. I damn sure got anyone's back that stands up against this disgusting behavior. They're doing it in the name of a deceased toddler. I agree. But, and Rianne is going to come up here in a little bit. I didn't mean to be upset or just worried for you. And I understand you being worried for me, but you don't have to be worried for me because I don't care what that woman does. Okay? You cannot go around. First of all, why would she be worried about smaller channels that do commentary on her behavior? Why should she care? You know what I'm saying? I think if she was to care, that says a lot more about her than it does me, for one. And for two, people are going to come for me. She's not going to be the first, and she's damn sure isn't going to be the last. That's just life in general, but it's also the way that things work here on YouTube. But you can't go around threatening channels just because you don't like what they say. Okay? You can't do that. I can't do that, nor would I want to. The only way that I would is if my privacy was being violated in any way, shape, or form, if somebody's doxing me or doxing a loved one or something like that, that's fucking different, right? But if somebody's strictly doing commentary on what they don't agree with, that doesn't give that person the right to say, "Oh, I'm coming after you. Don't talk about." You can't do that. This is YouTube. Get over it. So if she was to come after me, she can. I mean, I wouldn't advise her to do that, but if she wants to, she can. But that doesn't mean that's going to stop me from talking either. I'm not afraid of anybody. Okay? I have money just like anybody. Well, you know what I mean. I have enough money to do what I have to do if I'm being threatened in any way, or my channel, just because I'm specifically doing commentary on something that I don't like to see. BHB, JLR, MGL, J4J. think they are the gatekeepers to any trauma that they can take. Exactly. Hey, chat, don't forget to vote for me. Yes, don't forget. But if I can stand up for what's right, I'm always going to stand up for what's right. And I don't care what anybody has to say about it. You're not going to do anything. I can tell you that. Because if you're just going to talk about me, I've dealt with it all my life. You're right. Why would she bother with a smaller channel? All I can think is to get attention of your chat or subs, just my opinion. Because why? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a smaller channel compared to her, you know? She's not even, I don't even consider her as a bigger channel, but she's definitely bigger than mine. Therefore, why should she care what I have to say? Why would that even matter to her? So if she cared for what I have to say, then that means I'm going to be looking at her sideways, and everybody else should too, because I'm just a smaller channel. She shouldn't care. Okay. So I'm going to bring a couple things up. And some of you guys know that I love Burnt Toast. I think she's amazing. I love the way she does her commentary. So I'm going to start off with her. And I think it's important to show how she was falsely striked. A lot of the times I think it's important to see what was done to her from the very beginning of when she just simply did commentary and called out toxic, problematic behavior, exploitative behavior. And I think those things, and it's because of channels like hers that, you know, give other channels that power to say, you know what, I don't give a fuck what you do. Okay. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. And I don't care if you like it or if you don't. Right. And that's what I have always liked about Burnt Toast. So let me share my screen here. Oh, darn it. I forgot to do a thumbnail. Oh, damn it. I'll do it after. Okay. Let me pull this up. Okay. So let me give you some context on this. This is a video by Burnt Toast. As I was doing some research, I ran across this video that I feel is very important to see. So I am going to play this video, and this is just about tragedy pimps, and specifically Bullhorn Betty and a tragedy. We all know about the Trayvon Martin tragedy. I'm going to let Burnt Toast tell it to you guys, but I think this is important for you guys to see. So let me make this bigger. There we go.
The crisis is the worst it's been since World War II, and the number of children on the move is...
You're toast, buddy! You're toast, buddy!
Hello all, this is Andra, aka Bullhorn Betty. We are here at the retreat at Twin Lakes in Sanford. Today is Trayvon Martin's 26th birthday. It is February 5th, 2022. Trayvon Martin was coming back from the 7-Eleven store, and George Zimmerman approached him wanting to know what he was doing. An altercation ensued, and George Zimmerman ended up shooting Trayvon Martin, which was 17 at the time. And this story that captured the nation and across the world related to the violence that was perpetrated upon African American people in this country.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Trump.
So I am now inside the retreat at Twin Lakes where the altercation ensued. We, based upon the information we got, believe that this is the spot right here where Trayvon Martin was gunned down inappropriately. But nobody really knows what happened. Nobody knows what transpired here. I can say that Trayvon did have his history of issues, but did the victim be bashed because of his past? Some of the things that he had was just, some issues with school, had some marijuana things going on, was suspended from school. It didn't appear that these things were of violent nature. So it makes me wonder what altercation really did happen in this spot. But again, it did put a spotlight on the atrocities and the violence that are perpetrated upon African Americans, primarily men in this country.
I had a wonderful education back in the 90s. I'm a very smart woman. A lot of people were smart. We didn't have these type of race issues when I was going to school. I am a horrible, horrible friend.
Oh, there she is. Happy New Year, honey.
I forgot to call my freaking best friend to tell her Happy New Year's. I am a horrible, horrible, horrible friend. Oh my gosh. What are you doing today, babe?
I'm working.
Need some help?
No. I wanted to go through the neighborhood this morning, knocking, just like knocking on all the doors, going, get up, mother, get up, get up, mother, get up. All the way through the neighborhood. Oh my God, they were so loud last night.
Oh my God. You were on live. Be careful what you say.
Hello, everybody.
They were blowing your neighborhood up, weren't they?
Yes, great day, yeah.
It's sad. We're very emotional about this case, and it did bring a lot of awareness. I do not believe in rioting and things like that. Many people know I'm a peaceful protester.
Is with filling it out and handing it to the clerk as you head up there. But I don't want to put people's personal address out there. I think Manatee, because Andrea Griffin will come in, and she'll protest in front of your house, so it's better if you just say what county you're from, and then she's, just wandering around the neighborhoods looking for your house. So it's easier.
So, yeah, she's already found 2 people.
She found 2.
We're promised no band-aids, raw millage, Cynthia Saunders removal. We have made public comments, been dismissed, been called clowns. We got resigned. I can't even get working. Mary. The funny thing is, if you're all alone, you're all by yourself in that vehicle.
So happy birthday, Trayvon Martin.
Okay. Awesome video by Burnt Toast. I will put her channel in the description, and I will also put the Trayvon Martin Foundation in the description as well. So this was one of the first videos that I came across when I was doing research. And I'm still doing research just about, the protesting and everything like that. But I thought that this was something that was very important to show, because it shows how MGL, BHB, all of them, Justice, whatever his name is, Justice for All, Justin, what the fuck ever. It's all about tragedy pimping, because how is it that you can condone the N-word being said and you're throwing up these types of signs, which is the white power symbol? And I will show that to you guys in a second, but and trigger warning, because it is very sensitive, but I will show that to you guys, because how is it that you can condone that, but yet in the same sense, you're speaking about Trayvon Martin and how you are, telling him happy birthday. It completely contradicts everything that you stand for. Okay. So hold on one second here. No, I don't need to exit out of that. Let me stop sharing this. Nope, not that one. Hold on, I'm bringing up something, you guys. Sorry. So you can look at it, you know, either way. You can look at it like it is, you know, a hate symbol or whatever it is that you want to look at it. It also can be the devil sign as well. But you can look up that symbol and show what that symbol represents. It's not hard to do. So I'm going to show this one. Wait a minute. I still suck at sharing, you guys. Oops. So why is that down there? As you can see, hold on, how do I exit out of this? Anyway, it's right here. And then the note for reasons explained below, particular caution must be used when evaluating the symbol. The OK hand gesture in which the thumb and index finger touch, while the other fingers are held in a outstretch in an obvious and ancient gesture that has arisen in many cultures over the years with different meanings. Today, in a usage that dates to at least as early as the 17th century. Am I still on mute? Okay, just making sure. Hold on. As early as the 17th century. Why does it keep doing that? Great Britain, it most commonly signals understanding, consent, approval, or well-being. Since the early 1800s, the gesture increasingly became associated with the word okay and its abbreviation okay. The gesture is also important in Hindu and Buddhist worlds, as well as in yoga, where it is known as mudra or whatever, a symbol of inner perfection. The okay hand gesture also forms part as a basis for a number of words or concepts in American Sign Language. It appears in many other contexts. In 2017, the okay hand gesture acquired a new and different significance thanks to a hoax by members of the website 4chan to falsely promote the gesture as a hate symbol, claiming that the gesture represents the letters WP for white power. The OK gesture was merely the latest in a series of similar 4chan hoaxes using various symbols. In each case, the hoaxers hoped that the media and liberals would overact by condemning a common image as a white supremacist, and so on and so on. Okay, so that's just showing you guys what it could mean. It could mean different things to different people. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm reading comments. Hold on, let me take it up. That is she, what I fight it. That is she is what I fight against in this country and my children and grandchildren with wisdom and history, not physical fight or blowhorn. I get what you're saying. Like I said, it can mean different things to different people. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that it means that, but in the same sense, I think that pretty much I think Burnt Toast showed very clearly, anytime that you are in tolerance of someone saying the N-word anywhere around you, that obviously is a problem. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be okay with that and be okay with, Trayvon Martin and the things that happened to him, which is a whole nother story for a different day. My dad warned me about the okay sign when I was a teenager. Yes, and it can also mean the devil sign too. So to be fair, but I can't say that it's in her defense, but to be fair, that it can mean different things to different people. So the reason why I show that is because tragedy pimping is real out here on YouTube, you guys. Like, it is very, very extreme when it comes to a point as a YouTube creator, when you're covering a case and then when things aren't going right in the case or things aren't moving fast enough in a case, that you find yourself outside of the house of the people that you think are involved. That's when it becomes an issue to me. At the end of the day, we have to understand something, okay? And this is important, okay? I don't like the fact that O.J. Simpson got away with what he got away with, murder, right? And in a lot of situations, especially here in America, it's almost as if you are guilty until proven innocent. However, this lady who we know, and we all pretty much come to the same conclusion, that we feel she is responsible for the death of her child, okay? But we also have to understand that she is innocent until proven guilty, okay? Maybe not innocent in the court of public opinion, okay? But in the justice system, she is innocent, no matter how much we think that she has done it. And we look at living in America as freedom, right? And it is our rights, to protest and different things like that. But to me, when you are protesting outside of someone's home, disturbing the peace, disturbing neighbors, all of those types of things, what does that ultimately solve? I think that's the big fucking question, because even though we don't like it, none of us do. What the hell's taking the police so long? We all want to know, why is she not fucking arrested? But she's innocent, you guys. Until the police gather enough evidence, and you have to understand how sensitive these types of things are, because if they arrest her too soon without enough evidence, they could try her and she'll get away with it, okay? But if they wait until they collect enough evidence to nail her to a fucking wall and she goes to prison for the rest of her life or whatever, that takes a lot of evidence, including, I'm pretty sure that they are waiting to find Quentin. It's horrible. It's devastating. I don't even like to say it, but it is what the fuck it is. And all I'm saying is that she is technically innocent. And it's not fair to be standing outside of her home protesting. All it is, to me, is it's borderline harassment, in my opinion, because it's not going to make her talk. It's not going to make her fucking talk. That's not going to put pressure on her. Did it put pressure on Brian Laundrie's parents? No. Did it put any kind of pressure on the Summer Wells case? No. All I'm trying to basically sum up and say, in my opinion, that you have to let justice you got to let the police do their job, because they have to have enough evidence against her. They do. They can't just go and arrest that woman. They can't. And then try her, and then she gets away with it. Then what? Then we're all going to be looking stupid and even more pissed. Are we going to still stand outside of the house and protest? We all have the same rights if we are suspected of a crime. Exactly, Makeup Mobster. Thank you. We all have the same rights. It's not fair. We can't. I don't know if you guys know what's going on with Kanye West right now. Okay. And we're going to talk about that too, because I do feel it is important. Kanye West wearing the White Lives Matter t-shirts, him saying anti-Semitic comments in a few interviews. Okay. Now, Kanye West is officially no longer a billionaire. Why? Because people pulled away from him. Adidas, Foot Locker, Gap, okay? All of the people that were in partnership with him that made him get to billionaire status are now pulling from him, okay? And at the end of the day, I don't like when people say racist things. None of us do. However, people have a right to say what they want. It's called freedom of speech. We're always entitled to freedom of speech here in America. However, there's always freedom. You are not excluded from freedom of consequence. You can talk your shit. You can talk your beliefs. But remember, there are still consequences. There is. There are some people who say, look, I'm against racism. I'm against anti-Semitic comments, but I also respect people's right to say it. Because if they can say what they want, that makes it okay for you to say what you want and the next person to say what they want. If they take away that right, it's no longer freedom, is it? So all I'm trying to say is ultimately, let the police do their job. I don't think that there is any justification for standing outside of someone's home, screaming and yelling and fighting and talking about where and asking the child's favorite color and all that. What does that solve ultimately? Please tell me. What does it solve? So if BHB Bullhorn Betty, whatever her name is, if she was to, just like you said, ASAP, come after me, things like that, I fucking welcome it. Because I don't give a shit. I really, really don't. Because at the end of the day, this is YouTube. And this is a commentary channel. And I'm not the only damn commentary channel here on fucking YouTube. And people can talk about what they want to. And when you are publicly protesting outside of someone's house and filming it and putting it on your channel every day, people have a right to critique it. And there ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. Okay, so I want to show you guys something else. So Savage Live Media has also been very vocal about how she feels about the protesting. So many people have. Science Girl, I think Makeup Mobster has talked about it. Savage. So many people. Heels in the Air. A lot of people, they're giving their opinion about what they think about the protesting and things like that. That's all I want to know. What is their end game? Thank you. That I would like to know that too. I would really like to know, what's the end game with this? Do you think that it's going to somehow, I see one person said it puts pressure on them to start talking. I have never seen that happen. Show me proof that it puts pressure on people to start talking when you're standing outside of their house screaming and yelling. Please tell me. I want to see the proof. Because if I see the proof, then fine. I stand corrected. And even that doesn't necessarily prove anything, but standing outside of someone's home screaming and yelling doesn't prove shit. The protesters aren't making her want to confess. It's giving her attention. She's over there twerking in the window, giving them a shout. Oh, she was twerking in the window? The fuck? Okay. So she has been very vocal, Savage, and now she has been getting threatened. I don't understand why. she's allowed and entitled to her opinion, but I wanted to show you guys something from Savage Live Media. I will also put her channel in the description, and we will discuss this once I'm done playing it. So let me pull this up. Which I like Savage Live Media. She's very, very blunt, and I like that. I respect that. I watch her quite a bit. Okay, so let me make sure that I can find it, because sometimes it's hard to find. And she's very pretty too. Let me see here. Okay, found it. All right, so put pressure on the systems that failed this child. Exactly. And as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna open up the panel too. All right, so let me play this here. This is, sorry you guys, I don't have that YouTube Premium. I guess I need to get it, huh? It stops the commercials.
You tell them that you harmed a child.
Hold on, let me share this here. Let me take this off here. Okay.
And also cabbage. Just the FYI, that gentleman, Rodney, that you put up in all your business, I just want to let you know he's one of those bikers that I don't know if he really would like to have his business plastered on your channel. Very well connected. So I would highly consider, you can keep the rest of the stuff up, but I would highly consider, mind you, he's still a friend of mine, right? So I would highly suggest you take his shit down, because I think with me knowing your address, you don't want the kind of riffraff from him, because if he asks me for it, girl, I'm not going to tell him no.
So is that a threat? Because she's doing commentary and giving her opinion about the all of this protesting, which I feel is definitely unnecessary. But is she getting threatened because of that?
Just you take his shit down, because I think with me knowing your address, you don't want the kind of riffraff from him, because if he asks me for it, girl, I'm not going to tell him no. I would never. I don't need that kind of problem. So I'd suggest you take that down, because you don't want the kind of problems you're about to get putting his name up on your page. I'm just saying, you better watch your step, little girl. And that's not a threat for me. I'm just forewarning you about what's about to come your way, because you just put
So let me get this straight. Because she's speaking about the protesting and her opinion about that, and maybe she's tagging you or whatever the situation is, that calls for her to be threatened. So please understand, I hear where you're coming from, ASAP, and I appreciate you, looking out for me. But in the same sense, that is absolutely fucking ridiculous right there. You can't stop people from giving their opinion about things. You just can't. You don't have to exploit things, in her opinion, in Savage's opinion, which I 100% agree. Stop exploiting these cases for your own financial gain. Okay? That's all. That's what it comes down to. But ultimately, you are threatening this woman. You're threatening this woman, and you're using something else to threaten her.
a well-affiliated biker's name up on your page. You better consider that very highly.
Let me pull up something else here. Oh, I got more, trust me. So Savage did reply to this, and the title of, and I watched this live stream. I don't talk much, but I was watching this one, and it's threats someone is big mad. And it's just her basically responding to being threatened, because that is a threat. And you're using other things to do it, but at the end of the day, did nobody ever tell you how YouTube works? How does YouTube work? YouTube works where we have creators who are on here and who have all kinds of talents, from makeup to knitting to true crime. I don't see Kendall Ray standing outside of other people's houses protesting. I see her using her voice, okay? Using her platform to spread awareness. I don't see Stephanie Harlow standing outside of people's homes protesting. Do you guys? When a case isn't going their way, or, justice isn't being, when justice hasn't happened fast enough, do you see other people standing outside protesting outside of people's homes? Like real true crime YouTubers? You people want to use their lives but bash them to make money off Quentin Simon. It's very disgusting. But I don't see other YouTubers doing this. But yet we have Megamouth, who continues to exploit cases, including still to this day exploiting the Justice for Vaughn situation. It doesn't stop. I do not see Brittany Vaughn going outside, standing outside of people's homes. They're bringing awareness and doing the best that they can at covering it, bringing awareness to this case. I don't see them traveling to stand outside of people's homes yelling and screaming. Brittany Vaughn is amazing too. I love her. She does makeup and true crime like Bailey Sarian. She's amazing. Bailey Sarian. I love Stephanie Harlow, and they keep it classy. And who was it who told me that they started right when Megamouth did? But you see where Stephanie Harlow is, right? You see where John Crimes is, right? But then you look at her. Okay. So I'm going to show one more thing here. Let me share my screen.
Trump dummy.
Anytime I want.
I did get
Over there that sounded like today. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I've been getting threats over here. We the pirate ship. There's the captain right now. Strong, y'all, and climbing. Oh my God. We are the pirate ship for all the new people. That's our little anthem right there. When we come rolling in, we the pirates over here. We the pirate ship. There's the captain right below me.
hello, everyone. Hello, Ro.
Right there.
Oh, shit, hold on. I hit the wrong button. Hello, everyone. I was going to say everyone, and I love you all so much.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I can't see the chat, just so that y'all know.
It's been a day. It has been a big day, y'all. Oh, yeah. And I think tomorrow will be an even bigger day. Yeah, if I'm still here. They coming at me, y'all. They coming at me, patting down the hatches.
Hey, Carrie, love. Hello, everybody. My chair is wonderful for me. Thank you. I'm catching a cold, so I'm just not saying hi to everybody.
It's just so funny how you can just trigger people. Oh my God. They want to just take your channel down. We're taking it. We're taking it. We're taking it.
We're taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it.
Yeah.
Welcome,
I'm like,
Beer Can.
I see all y'all. Hello, hello, hello. And we are still climbing, y'all. We still climbing.
I can't see none of
Everybody
y'all.
welcome.
Everybody's
Everybody
welcome and sub to me, damn it. Thank you.
Hello, Hondo.
If you're new here, welcome to the ship.
Yeah.
Welcome. We are glad you came. Glad you came.
So this is Savage Live Media, and she has been very much threatened, and her reasoning, Bullhorn Betty, for threatening this woman is because she is talking about the protesting and everything like that, and I guess Bullhorn Betty has a problem with it. And I just want to make this clear. What are the grounds? What are the grounds, okay, for you to be on YouTube and threaten this woman specifically because you don't like what she's saying? And this is not the first person that she has done this to. Okay? She has done this to many, many of channels. Burnt Toast, obviously Savage, and who's next? How many people is she going to continue to threaten? But does it look like Savage Live Media is anywhere near worried? Does she look worried to you? Does she look worried? Because all I see is her laughing and joking like somebody's big mad right now. And for what? For what? Please tell me. So we're going to listen to a little bit more of what Savage has to say. And then I'm going to show other channels who are talking about this. Are they also going to get threats? Or is it just going to be Savage? And who else? Because so many people are talking about this and everybody has their own opinions and they're entitled to it. Everyone has their own opinions. Some people say, hey, this is not right. And then some people 100% agree with what she's doing. Okay. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Nobody needs to be bashed or threatened in any way because they like to be treated that way. Nobody. So let's continue with this.
Giving us a chance. Yes. Maybe there's some over there that saw the light today. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I've been getting threats. And it is Thursday.
Are we still going to do Fucking Up Friday?
Should we?
I don't know.
No, let's ask our people.
It depends what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see if there's any new developments tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Forever blessed. This is very cold.
I'm pretty sure I will know by lunchtime if I've gotten enough information to do another show, because I kind of went live a couple times this week out of the blue, y'all. I'm so proud of myself.
I know. I didn't get, today I didn't even get a notification.
I never get them. I didn't even get them on Shannon. I subbed, unsubbed, hit the bell, unhit the bell. I don't know.
There you go, Terry.
Oh, thank you, Terry Wilkerson Savage. I still have your bail money. Thank you, Suge. I don't know if I'm going to need the bail money this time. I don't think I'm going to need bail money. But
well, I'm also representing the roaches tonight.
Yeah.
I'm representing the roaches.
Yeah.
Leonard is out and about.
Yeah, we've been called the roach crew by certain people, from over there. So, we just look, we're the type of people that you call us something, we're going to run with it. You're going to, okay, lean in, I'll, like you, Bullhorn Betty, and I can say your name anytime I want. Okay, sure. Let me tell you that right now.
Betty.
She should be well versed on. She should be well versed on freedom of speech. I mean, isn't that what she's up for hollering? She's got the right to free speech. Well, you ain't the only one that matters, Bullhorn Betty. We got the right too, boo boo.
She also
That's
has
what
the
I'm
right to
screaming.
shut the fuck up, but she's not exercised yet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, we can really let's just get on down to brass tacks, shall we, Bullhorn Betty? I can say your name anytime I want, honey. I can say your name anytime I want, okay? I can tag your name anytime I want on this platform because you done broad. Lean in. Let me tell you something. The new feature that YouTube just gave creators is called a handle. A handle. Right. That's the little at in a channel. It's called a handle. So other creators can find who you are. So I don't think you're going to be able to contact YouTube and tattle on me and cry like a 2-year-old and say, she's tagging me. Can you make her stop? No, they can't. They can't because that's a new feature, dumbass. I know how stupid. You're so adamant to make yourself seem like you are above everybody, and you're not. Honey, you still new here. We've been here. So you can try all these little pulls and tricks, get in your little bag of tricks, pull every one of them out and see how it works out for you.
Yeah.
We trust and believe we know every single trick that you're going to try to pull. Okay. First of all, I'm not scared of you, honey. By no means. Look, there's an open highway. There's an open highway. If you got a problem with me, you can come here and we can have a chat. How about that?
Okay, so as you can see, is there a reason? Okay, let me. What would be the reason to be afraid of somebody on the internet? Please tell me. Because at the end of the day, Savage is right. She's not new to this. She can talk about whatever she wants to. This is why YouTube gave all of us new creators our own exclusive handle for that reason. So what is it that she is supposed to be afraid of when all she's simply doing is giving her opinion about something that she sees? Now, I understand that people can be very protective over their brand, okay? But you have to pick and choose your battles. If someone is talking about me, right, and they're saying, their opinion about me, well, that's their opinion. There's a difference between people giving their opinion about you and critiquing your content, thinking that you're a tragedy pimp, which you are, versus them saying you're a thief, you're a liar. That's slander, because unless it's not, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's true. But if somebody was saying that about me specifically, well, that's slander because it's not true. There's a difference. You always have to pick and choose your battles and choose, okay, what is worth fighting and what's not worth fighting. Everyone, because I do know that exactly. She might bust the cap locks, but that's about it. And some people do take it real life, like Megamouth. And at the end of the day, as much as I don't know Megamouth, as far as once she's off YouTube, which is hardly ever because she's always on YouTube, her whole fucking life is YouTube. But at the end of the day, she don't know me. She don't know me. You can't just, if you go real life, you better be prepared for the consequences when you take it real life. How about that? So at the end of the day, what is it exactly that Savage is supposed to be afraid of? One of the things that Bullhorn Betty said is, how dare you slander my business? Sweetheart, this is YouTube. Okay? Slandering is her making up lies about you. Making up lies about the things that you're doing. Making up lies as you in your brand. Your brand. That's slandering. If you can prove that she's lying, that's slander. But if someone's getting on their channel and saying, I don't agree with this protesting, this is tragedy pimping, this is horrible, giving their opinion, that's not slander. That's not slander. So I suggest people like Bullhorn Betty get their fucking facts straight, okay? Because to be here on YouTube, you need to have those facts straight before you come at people. You need to. Now, I don't know everything that Savage, talks about when it comes to Bullhorn Betty. However, she is entitled to her opinion when she talks about the videos that Bullhorn Betty is uploading every day with her protesting outside of someone's home. So that's that. Now I'm just wanted you guys to see how unbothered Savage really is. She does not care. Just like she said, you can come on my panel. We can duke it out because I can guarantee you that's the last thing most of these people that complain would ever do. They wouldn't. They're not going to come on your panel and have a debate with you. Because to me, people like BHB and people like Megamouth, they are the type of people that either you are with them or you are against them. You can't have a difference of opinion than them. You can't think and use your own brain and disagree with what they do, because if you do, then you're against them. That's not how life works. Anybody who has their own brain, anybody who stands on their own two feet are entitled to their own opinion and to talk about whatever the fuck they want to. And not everybody's going to 100% agree with everything that you do. I know I sure as hell don't. If something bothers me, I will be the first person to message you and tell you, look, here's my problem. And if you cannot be adult, because we're all adults here, right? If you can't be adult enough to say, okay, well, that's definitely something that I will pay attention to. And here's my problem with you. If you have a problem having an adult conversation, if you aren't capable of doing that shit, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. All I can do is the best I can to be a good person and to talk to people instead of about people. Talk to people instead of turning around and talking behind their backs. That's what I would rather do. Because if I make my time to reach out to you or to talk to you, or even if I do a video about you, whatever the situation is, you are more than welcome to come up on my panel. More than fucking welcome to come up on my panel. What do you think I'm going to say no? I'm educated enough to debate anybody. I know how to have healthy debates. But there are some people that you just can't talk to because they don't want to hear if they're wrong, especially if they know that they're doing wrong. Not everybody likes to hear critique about themselves. No. Or some people don't like to hear if they do something wrong. But wouldn't you rather a person come directly to you than talk about you? You see, some people can't handle the truth. What am I going to do? I'm a content creator. I come on my channel and try to give you guys great content. What the fuck am I going to do? Talk behind the scenes about Bullhorn Betty? No. I'm going to get on my panel and say what the fuck I got to say. And if you got something to say, you can say what you got to say. Hey, actually, Tragedy Pants, I was just about to bring something. Welcome. It's good to see you. I was just about to bring something up of yours as well. So 1 second here. Let me stop this. Hold on 1 second. You might hear a silence, but that's just because it's on mute, because I don't like the clicking noises. I don't want you guys to hear the clicking noises. That's all. Okay, so I want to show you guys a couple more things. All right. So let me share this here. And then once I'm done sharing this, then I will open the panel. Did you all know you can buy a fake Vax card too? Everything is online. The only thing we can't buy is a clue. Commander, you crack me the fuck up all the time. They still can't buy a soul. Go ahead and show that press pass. Okay, so this channel is Tragedy Pimp. I am going to share something that I ran across when I was doing research. Great channel, Tragedy Pimp. I think you do amazing content, and I'm glad I came across this video. So let me share my screen, and I will put your link in the description below. Every channel that I use will be in the description, you guys. Okay.
His days. Guys, I think Leilani just left in a car. I really do. In the back seat, and that's when I saw her. So she doesn't want to hear my mouth. I'm sure she's watching. You threw your child away like garbage. They're out there searching for your son, which is now a bag of bones. Had maggots all over him, tons of trash on his head. I want you to see that. I want you, when you close your eyes, Billy Joe, Leilani, people that are helping, when you close your eyes at night, I want you to see that image. I want you to see that image because that's wholly sad. That's wholly sad. We're out here representing for
Bullshit, Betty. Referencing a 20-month-old child as a bag of bones has to be one of the most disturbing things I have heard you say.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
Oh my god, they're playing baby noises. They're playing baby noises.
Who is? The protesters or the house?
What did
protesters? That was a good idea. I remember somebody was saying something that they were going to do that.
So they're playing baby noises. Thanks for letting us use that.
You think I should come out?
Yeah, I wish you were here, Born. But it's okay. You're tired, and I don't want you to.
I'm tired, but you know what? At this point, like I got to pick up Dolly in 3 hours.
No.
3 hours ain't gonna take it for me.
Are you sure? I don't want you to.
Yeah, let me come out there.
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, I'll get up and get dressed now. I'll head out. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
I love you too.
Hold on. Betty's coming, everybody. This is gonna piss them off.
Yeah.
They're squirming right now. Squirming. But what a brilliant idea to do that. Like, I would not have thought of that on my own. But let me move back to where we were originally, because I feel safer being on this side of the road. Yeah, I got that on video. I'm gonna be posting that too, of one of the family members. I don't know if they were flipping us off, but let me just look at the video to see. They had their hand up over the fence, so I want to see what they were doing. I'm just curious. Let me see what was happening. Somehow, Betty's on her way. I love Betty with all my heart. But what a brilliant idea to play baby noises. That's how if you want to make a statement.
Try to watch the chat as closely as you can, and no, the baby noises, that's just going too far to me. I don't understand what the point is of playing the baby noises. The baby crying, obviously, it's very, very sad, and I guess that you guys feel that you're trying to make some type of point by doing that, but it just no. Just no. No, no, no. No. I don't know what else to say, you guys. No. No, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, Lord help us all. Like, the things and the extremes that people, I'm not saying that these people, you know, that it's not coming from a good place in their heart, you know, like, I understand wanting justice, but no, it's just not okay. Like, I don't understand how people can just think that this is okay. Like, okay.
And piss off someone, that's what you do. Blast a baby crying. Because, I mean, as horrible as it is, his final moments, he was probably crying, and that's what pissed her off when she did whatever it was to him. He was crying. So, guys, we're waiting for the bullhorn to come. The bullhorn, our favorite bullhorn. We all love her. Even all the people that hate on Bullhorn Betty, secretly deep down, they love her. They want to be her friend. We all know that. Stop the baby noise. Yeah, those are bright spotlights. They're super bright. Yeah, it's stopped now, guys. But that was probably very triggering for the family, let me tell you. Oh, is my favorite person here? Is that her? Is that her?
The police.
No, it's the police.
The police.
Guys.
The police. I knew.
This is just, guys, at nighttime, it's a whole different vibe. This is my first time being here at night. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. But Bullhorn is on her way. I'm going to get some more shots. I'll be right back.
No, this is not good. Get out of the way, Odie. Miss Olivia got Bullhorn Betty out of bed. Like,
wow, I can't believe it. Only I can do that.
Oh, that is, she really is the only person that can do that, because I'm telling you, anybody else, I would tell them to go. Oh, that's right. We have a PG channel here, don't we? So as you guys can see, there's a lot of lights lighting up out here. You know, tonight's a good night for Team Bullhorn Betty, as many of you guys know, with the WTOJ interview. You know, I'm very thankful again for Shay that came out here and gave that interview and publicized it. You know, I told you we were going to make them squirm. We're going to make them make mistakes, and they did. So now we can read body language. We can do a lot with this. A video from WJOC, or is it WJOC? Did I say it? WTOJ? Whatever. Or is it WJOC? Did I say it? WTOJ? Whatever the channel is. The channel 11 around here. If I said the wrong name, that's okay. But you know what? At the end of the day, they made a colossal mistake. Me coming out, I think they just realized what a colossal mistake they actually just made. And, you know, we got Leilani on record, you know, only caring about herself, crocodile tears, Billy Joe showing her evil face. And many people saw the evil from her. I really do think that this particular interview was very damaging for them. And his name was brought up not near as many times as how their inconvenience. And it seems like this inconvenience theme is prevalent with this household. They don't want to be inconvenienced. It's probably why they have a baby in a landfill and why they have a bunch of pissed off people out in front of their home. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, I'm here. As many of you guys know, I'm a constitutionalist. As many of you guys know, I am truly a constitutionalist here. And I studied the Constitution inside and out. And so that is where I derive a lot of the stuff that I do and derive some strategies. It really is sad. Go film. You called me out of bed. Don't touch the chat. right? Like, I'm here. Like, I should be in bed. Like, don't be effing with my chat. No, I'm just joking. But she does great videos, and she needs to go do her work, right? And you guys need to be entertained. So she's able to do what she needs to do out here, and you guys were able to capture it, but you guys need some commentary. So we're going to give Olivia some relief off commentary while she gets content for her next amazing video, doing out here. It must really piss Leilani and Billy Joe off a lot to know that they were just played by Bullhorn Betty. And that's not the only trick I got up my sleeve either, babe. So we're going to just keep applying this pressure. We're going to keep making you squirm. We're going to keep having you make mistakes. Every time you make mistakes, it just helps your case just a little bit more. It just helps your case just a little bit more. For us, not you. Right? So we have, for us, not you. Right? So we have, a woman that killed her child, threw her child away like garbage. Her mom that's been covering her ass this entire time, throughout her entire life, never holding her accountable for a damn thing, and wonders how she has two children that are murderers. Well, Billy Joe's because you're a piece of shit mom. And unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. Like, we have mom here, we have, Mama Bullhorn. We don't have these problems. All of our kids, are accounted for. Voice to be heard. I'm out here to inspire other people's voice to be heard. Now, I have to be honest with you. It gets a little crazy here at night when we leave. But, it is what it is. This is the community. This is not us. This is their community saying we've had enough with this lawlessness. And how the hell do you let a baby murderer out with like, she's on supervised release, guys? Like, anybody in this chat, I know 2,500 or 2,400 people in this chat, at least a few of you are on probation, supervised probation, at least. I mean, this is statistics, the law of large numbers, right? At least a few of you in here, may not be a lot, but I know somebody in here is on probation. Now,
but see, here's the thing. I don't necessarily agree with the way that the law works sometimes. I don't. Justice doesn't always prevail. There's still so many people who are, falsely accused. There are people who are in prison who shouldn't be in prison. There's a lot of things that go on with our justice system, and it's definitely flawed. But here's the thing. If you want to help, how about start a search party and help search for him, Quentin, the beautiful baby boy that's no longer with us? How about do it that way? All I'm saying is standing out here protesting, that's not helping the situation. That's what I would say. Starting a search or something that is more constructive than this, because this is not constructive, in my opinion. This solves nothing but make the whole situation worse. And at the end of the day, it sucks. It really does, because we all know that she did it, including the cops. But she's still innocent until she goes to court and it's ruled that she is guilty. So because in the eyes of the law, she's still innocent, how does that solve anything with y'all standing out there screaming and hollering and playing a video of a baby crying?
if you did this nonsense, your ass would have been locked up. And yeah, you are. Lying. No truth speaking. Oh, I got all the truth. I got your own words and in your own handwriting, baby. You are drunk. Oh my God. You are drunk. So you need to go sit down. You know what? You need to stop drinking and stop doing drugs. If you stop drinking and doing drugs, your grandson would not be dead right now. Your grandson would not be dead, right, Nanny? You're drunk. You beat your own children. You screwed every child you have up. Don't come here and tell me I'm a liar. You're the only liar here. Don't you dare call me a liar. I have never lied about a damn thing in my life. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe until I was 20, right? Then I grew up. I became an adult. You know damn well everything I'm reporting is the truth. The freaking truth. Justice for Quentin. If you guys weren't so despicable, your grandson would be here. You're the liar. You lied to the court. You lied to the police, and you're backing your criminal daughter up. Why don't you raise some more murderers, lady?
the Bullhorn Betty shit show, lady.
Oh my God, what is wrong with us? All right, so
Yes.
the grandmother just spoke to Bullhorn. I got it all on footage. I'll be posting the footage in like an hour.
Yeah,
So she's clearly intoxicated.
Yeah, she was clearly intoxicated, and I called her out on it. So she tried to call me a liar, and I said, "No, lady, I'm not a liar. I'm using your own words. Your own words. Like, this is stuff you wrote down. This is not something I concocted." And she's calling me a liar. Why would I have to lie? Why would I have to lie about this? I have nothing to hide. Nothing whatsoever. But you can scream across your fence, lady. But we all know the truth. And you were just played by Bullhorn Betty. And you were so stupid you fell into it. And you gave that interview. And we are going to tear your ass up with that interview. Believe that. Believe that, lady. Welcome. This face here, right here, Billy Joe, Leilani, you're going to see me in your sleep. And I hope you do. Because I'm going to keep allowing you to make mistakes. And I'm going to keep applying the pressure. And you're going to keep making the mistakes because you're too stupid to know the difference. Clearly, your whole life has been effed up.
Chanting in the
Yeah, these people have lost their grandson. They have FBI agents out in the landfill, and they're out there getting drunk, having parties, laughing, dancing, listening to music. This is sick, police chief. This is sick.
Let me tell you what's sick. You standing outside of that home, making them look innocent. That's really what you're making them look like. And not necessarily innocent, but you're making people, and I just pinned this comment, people be more empathetic towards them, towards the neighbors. And you're also inciting hate. This could turn actually really, really bad. You don't know what some people are capable of. You just don't. And when you're inciting this type of hate, especially when you have this huge mob of people who condone this type of behavior and who is also condoning the hate that you continuously spew, how do you know what their reaction is going to be? But yet you don't want people talking about you. You don't want people doing commentary about the shit that you're doing right now, though, right? You got to make that shit make sense. Because don't worry, you guys, I'm going to show how it's definitely people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones because you have a record yourself. So how would you like if you were found guilty of something in the court of public opinion and people were standing outside of your home? You probably wouldn't like that very much.
Police chief, this is what you're condoning in your streets, not Bullhorn Betty. You're damn right they are. I told you, when I come into town, I make people climb walls, and I exactly mean that. We've got them caged like rabid animals in that house, and they've got drug problems, they've got alcohol problems. Trust me, I am wearing on their last nerve. They're breaking, and they can't help it because, again, they're too stupid. We've been doing this for a really long time. This is a strategy from many smart people, and it works.
Wait, she's on the other side.
People that are showing remorse for murdering a child, they're not showing any remorse. They're more mad at me exposing their family and the crap that's gone on here for years than they are concerned about a 20-month-old child that was their family, that her daughter murdered and threw in a dump. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the horrible person. If I'm a horrible person, what are they? What do you classify this? Just asking for a friend.
The grandmother's crying. She's yelling, "Bring my baby home, bring my baby home. Oh God, bring my baby home." But we heard Leilani tell her mom to say all that.
Dog dare you, Billy Joe. Because all you have been able to raise
is murderers. You have no sympathy or empathy for Quentin that's in a landfill with maggots on him? Bag of bones? That's your grandson. That's your son. You did that to him. You did that to him.
Bullhorn Betty shit show, lady. Quentin. Come to the Bullhorn Betty shit show, lady. Quentin. Why didn't you put out missing posters?
Why did you start looking for him?
You just put out flyers. You just put out flyers.
I'm not trying to answer your question, and I'm really sorry, but I'm having a meltdown today. I need to grieve. Listen, I love this baby. I watched him crawl. I taught him how to walk. I fed him his first food. Y'all don't understand.
What's his favorite food?
Listen, just please give me a chance to support him.
What was his favorite food?
That's all I have to say.
She wasn't crying that night. She wanted to come really people ass.
And I'm praying for each and every one of you. Because y'all are telling the story. Y'all don't have all the facts.
Tell us the facts and we'll go home. Well, how come the camera's here now, but the cameras wasn't here when Quentin disappeared?
What? You get it? What's wrong? You got a question? All right, thanks.
Come to the road. Come to the road. Come to the road. One leg and I'll beat your ass, bitch. One fucking leg and you can get it. No. No, you're gonna get arrested. One leg and I'll drop your ass, bitch. I had to come out here at you. How this motherfucker you mad? You a maniac. That's why you mad, bitch. Play tonight.
Y'all don't know anything.
And Lonnie, what you do to the baby?
As you guys can see with this, how the magnitude of how serious this can get. Because when you have someone outside, standing outside of someone's home, doing nothing but spewing hate, disturbing the peace, disturbing the neighbors, things like that, she was just about to fight. You know, you get pissed, you get upset. People get overly passionate about things, and you don't know how each and every individual is going to react. That's what I'm saying. And that's where the things can actually turn dangerous. It can. So that's why, you know, as I can understand that there may be some people there who are very passionate and really do want to seek justice for Quentin, and it touches your heart. I get all of that, you know, and that's the only way that I would give them the benefit of the doubt. But I cannot give someone the benefit of the doubt when, to me, it's just exploitative, in my opinion. It's good content. That's all this is. But it's not good content if you're standing outside of the police station. You want to know why? Because they're not going to put up with the same things that these people will put up with. All you're doing is making people be more empathetic towards people who are potentially guilty of taking this child's life. And we don't know 100% that this young lady is guilty. We don't know. Do we all think she is? Yes, but we still don't know. And we're not going to know. And even when she is proven guilty, if she is, this still does nothing. It doesn't put pressure on the family. It doesn't put pressure on the police. The end game is what? I think that's ultimately my biggest question, because the end game is not putting, that's not a good explanation for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not as though you owe me an explanation. More or less, the people who are shelling out money for you to, the people who are giving out money to provide this trip for you to incite hate standing outside of someone's home.
Bring it, baby. You're the one putting spotlights up.
Because, like it or not, they have rights. Okay? We may not like the fact that they do, but she does. And you have to let the police do their job.
We don't have constitution charter. We don't have charter. You want to run out that gate and run back in. One person couldn't hold you the fuck back. One person couldn't. Mister, why you walk outside the gate? What the fuck them cameras was like when that baby got missed? But you can put up cameras now. They know where that baby at.
Back and caged like rabid animals in that house, and they be happy to. You know what you do? You make Leilani tell the truth, and quit calling everybody else out here that is telling the truth liars. Because the only liar here, the only liars, are you and your family. Let's get that straight. I don't.
This is gonna piss them off. They're squirming right now.
Right here. Right here. This is a real ass right here. Like many people on YouTube. All you need to do is show an asshole a little love. Right? Huh? What do you need to do? Oh, too many assholes on YouTube. Say it. Say it with me, baby. Say there's just too many people on YouTube that look like you, huh? But damn. Well, hello, folks. You guys get to see Bullhorn Betty in the raw, right? I'm exhausted. I am absolutely tired. But damn. Like, we did a damn good job. Everybody asks us, what are you protesters doing? What are you protesters doing? What are you doing? You know what? Every time we go somewhere, we force them to talk. Yeah, we now have Leilani on camera making a statement. You're talking about being able to allow body language experts now to look at her and I don't know. Thanks for playing, girls. Now you guys just been schooled by Bullhorn Betty. You understand what I'm doing. You see me out there pressing you. You see me, you're watching me. You're probably in your kitchen right now watching me. I don't know. We'll find out soon, won't we? Because, hello? Oh, crickets. Right. You know, we've been doing this a long time. And you're welcome, YouTube, for that. So thank you for playing with Bullhorn Betty. You're welcome, YouTube, by the way. You are welcome to all the creators across the channel, because I can guarantee you, if we're not out there talking about how she murdered her kids and how there's maggots on his head and all this other, you know, blah, 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 it wouldn't have forced them to come forward. They would have stayed in that house comfortably with their mouth closed. This is, no, Shay, you're welcome, because I'm sure without me being there, they probably wouldn't have even talked to you. So, you know, shit's on the hook now. Mama's doing everything she can to protect her daughter, because if she doesn't protect her daughter, her ass is grass too. But you know what? The bottom line is we know better. The entire YouTube knows better, right? We have channels that even know that this woman killed her son. You know what? They are hate channels, and they protect criminals, and they've always protected criminals. And that's part of the Stop Squad, right? That's why we gave them the name, because all they do is cry and bitch, moan and groan, don't do a damn thing for anybody or anyone. Like, for anybody or anyone. Like, I got bags for days. Do you guys see this? I've been out in the sun. I'm sunburned. I'm like literally sunburned. On the backs of my legs, you know, right, the sweet meat behind your knees. Yeah, burnt. Which hater of mine is sunburned right now? Which hater of mine got out here and applied so much pressure that Leilani had to break her silence? Who? Oh, Bullhorn Betty. Right. You're all welcome, by the way.
You know, that's, again, the power of video. And
so let me get this straight. You think because you stood outside and protested that's why Leilani chose to speak out publicly? I don't think so. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Okay. And if she did speak out publicly, and it is because of your pressure of standing outside of her home, screaming and yelling and playing baby videos of them crying, then why didn't she confess? Speaking out publicly, I guarantee you, was something that she was always going to do. But if you're putting pressure and your end game is for her to confess or put pressure on her to turn herself in, don't you think she would have done that already? You think protester standing outside of her home is going to make her want to turn herself in and admit to her wrongdoings and tell where her baby is? Do you seriously think that that's what's going to do it? I don't think so. Especially if she's twerking in front of a window for you guys to see. I'm pretty sure her twerking is her subliminal message to you guys that she don't give a fuck about y'all standing outside of her home.
And the power of YouTube lives keeps me out of hot water, because people lie about things that happen all the time. And that, again, is just another one of those lies. And when people are getting sick and tired, finally getting sick and tired of being lied to, maybe they'll start going to a more reputable channel like Dolly Vision, Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles of Olivia, JLR, MGL. Just
Thank you, Tracy. I think that is probably one of the best points, and you guys are making such great points. I'm glad I chose to talk about this because I like to hear you guys' opinion. And that's one of the things that I'm saying. You guys aren't doing anything but making it worse. And it's also going to make it to where even the police sympathize with them, with you guys standing outside of their home 24/7. You know what I mean? I think there is a video out there, Rianne, of her doing that. I think somebody put it in a video. Leilani could just be doing it to give her more time from being arrested, in my opinion. Maybe. I still think the boyfriend had something to do with it as well, in my opinion. I can understand that. I mean, I think a lot of people have something to do with this. I think a lot of people are enabling this young lady. If she's basically tortured into confessing, her confession wouldn't be worth anything in a court of law and could actually go to the defendant's favor. Exactly. Several channels have reported that there is a neighbor that is on hospice and had to go to the hospital or hospice because of these a-holes. I mean, and you have to take all of those things into consideration. You have to take into consideration that you're literally disturbing the peace. These people have neighbors. They're using military torture tactics. That's just icky. Right.
MGL, Justice for All, right? And if you want to laugh, we got a couple jokesters too. We got Halsa Williams, funniest woman I've met. I haven't met her yet. I'm looking forward to it. I think her and I will be rocking. And when people are getting sick and tired, finally getting sick and tired of being lied to, maybe they'll start going to a more reputable channel like Dolly Vision, Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles of Olivia, JLR, MGL, Justice for All, right? And if you for the rest of his days.
You just lost all arguments naming those channels as reputable. Sorry. Those channels are nothing but tragedy pimps and pimps off every tragedy, every situation that they can. I would never go off of their word. I'd rather watch the news or Stephanie Harlow or, Kendall. I wouldn't watch those channels to get accurate information about this case. Period. I don't go to none of those channels. They're the last channels I would go to. Those are nothing but drama fucking channels that try to make themselves believe that they're true crime. That try to make everyone else believe that they're true crime. Okay? You got MGL coming down there. She hasn't even been talking about this case. What the fuck's she gonna do? But stand out there and run her mouth. Okay? And don't even know what the hell she's talking about. She probably don't even know half the people in that house, their names, or people that are involved in this case. She probably don't even know their damn names. It's all about good content and what they can offer and how much money they can make and how much they can exploit this baby's name. That's what that's about.
Guys, I think Leilani just left in a car. I really do. In the back seat, and that's when I saw her.
So then there's where it turns into harassment, because now you know everywhere that they go and what the fuck they're doing every time they leave the house. Like this is wrong. This is wrong. I cannot scream this shit enough.
So she doesn't want to hear my mouth. I'm sure she's watching. You threw your child away like garbage. They're out there searching for your son, which is now a bag of bones. Had maggots all over him, tons of trash on his head. I want you to see that. When you close your eyes, Billy Joe, Leilani, people that are helping, when you close your eyes at night, I want you to see that image. I want you to see that image because that's wholly sad. That's wholly sad. We're out here representing for
a shade that or a nice chair. A local. Yeah, if I had something like that, it'd be nice. I got a little blue chair, but it ain't nothing great. I almost wish I had a big fucking like that guy under the dam. That's what I was about to go. I was like, man, can I rent your yard? Don't pitch me a tent with a lawn chair up in there. What if they let us set up in their yard? It'd be easier. They're gonna stalk you either way.
Why don't you just go ask? Just talk into your camera.
Hey, can we stalk y'all from y'all's yard? It's less traffic. We're less likely to get hit by a car. I could probably pop me up a big tent right there with like a lawn chair, something cool, you know, a little shady, something a little bougie. Dolly's out here. I mean, Betty can sweat over here. I don't care. Y'all can leave these people. But me, when I stalk, I gotta have things like comfortability, you know? I can't just stalk from the side of the road. Can y'all rent me a room? I'm down here for like a week too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna be stalking either way. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You gotta look at me either way. Might as well make some money off of it. I don't even gotta fly the drone over your house. I can just walk into your backyard. No. Soon this house will be completely surrounded by YouTubers. We got Betty down here. You got me down here. You're going to have Olivia down there. You'll probably have Molly, Justice. You'll have every single YouTuber on the planet out here before this is all said and done. This don't seem like this is going to end quick. So, these three. That's the dude that was with me when I ran up on the family at the sandcastle. That's the head dude around here. Flipping. Dolly don't fall. That was Betty. Soon this house will be completely surrounded by YouTubers. We got Betty down here. You got me down here. You're going to have constant power on the hotspot, and then it'll be a lot better. And I'll be able to see everything. And I'll be able to bring some of y'all up on the StreamYard too while I'm out here. So you'll be able to be out here with us. I ain't seen nobody do that yet, right? Nobody StreamYard from out here because the signal's so bad. But once my signal gets better, I'll bring some of you guys in. Then I'll hold up the bullhorn and y'all can scream things at Leilani. That's what that. What other YouTuber does that? Interactive, right? Interactive, baby. It was boring. We getting a keg in the middle of the road. You thought people went to jail last time. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It was boring. We getting a keg in the middle of the road. You thought people went to jail last time. I mean, we got to turn this up a little bit out here. It's a little boring. Like 10-foot camper. Oh no, it's probably about 14 foot or something like that. But it's if I had that, that'd be perfect. I mean, perfect for like the Dolly Command Center, which I got to get, right? So he has a little camper. Put a little Dolly on the side of that bitch, some true crime logos. You could pull that. That would be perfect. I mean, it's going to be expensive at first, right? Because them campers are expensive as shit. But then you think about it, every night that I stay at a hotel room, it's like 120 bucks, 150 bucks, 170 bucks. Over time, that adds up for sure. If you was going camping, yeah, Teardrop would be perfect. But I need a place that I can edit videos, that I can mount lights to, you know, things like that. For Leilani, you know what I'm saying? Sit in the AC, go inside, eat, you know, and then I could be like, let's say I had something like that. I could be here 24 hours a day. I wouldn't even have to leave part of that bitch right here. Pull up in my truck, jump out, bye. You don't see Adventures with Purpose roughing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them dudes roughing it. Bullhorn Betty for Mayor Chatham County. I said Bullhorn Betty for Mayor of Chatham County.
Yeah, Billy Joe, that might not be a bad idea.
I'm like the Don King of YouTube, okay? I'm like the Don King of YouTube. Betty gonna get tased in the neck by the police. I'm gonna videotape it, don't worry. When they come out here and tackle her and start tasing her, like Ernie Shell, I'm gonna videotape it. I'm selling it to Burnt Toast. I'm selling it to the Glare. I'm selling it to Savage. I'm selling it to everybody that hates me. Because, you know, I got rent pay. I got bills. Not really. I own my house. I ain't gonna do that. I wouldn't do Betty like that. For the right amount of money, I'll push Betty in the ditch and record it.
Great video. Tragedy Pants, I will put them in the description. That was a great video that I wanted us to watch together. Well put together. I love the way she edited it, because obviously we know that Bullhorn Betty likes to walk around and striking people for, false striking people for no apparent reason, just because she doesn't like what people have to say. But I am going to open up the panel. One thing that I do want to say, though, is I want to show something else really, really quickly, because I feel like if you're in the position where you're throwing out people's past and using it against them, make sure that your past is squeaky clean, okay? Because if it's not squeaky clean, people are going to call your shit out too. So one second here. Sorry, I accidentally put it on mute.
Violent. That's also violent. 2019, battery by strangulation. Wow. Wow. So even Michael's dad's violent. Even Michael's dad's violent. We just found.
So basically, we're talking about violence here, and all of these types of things that BHB likes to use against other people. But as we see here, and I think that's obviously what Savage is trying to prove, if you're going to pull up somebody's record and talk about the things that they do, make sure you look in the mirror, because it's obvious that this woman has a past. Nobody can, I think, if obviously you've changed from your past, then there's no reason for anybody to dig it up. But don't go around digging up other people's past and using it against them when you have a past like this, right?
Found out that, we just found out that Michael's dad, we just found out Michael's dad was arrested in 2019 for battery by strangulation.
So you're talking about the dad, but you have a domestic battery by strangulation. Notes, domestic battery by strangulation. $2,500 bond, age 32. So it says touch or strike, simple, touch or strike, basically the same things. But these are your charges. Now, remember, we're all innocent until proven guilty, right? And it said, obviously, you said you were young, 32. 32 is not that young, sweetheart. Okay, it ain't that young. I mean, it's young, 40 is young. But you are a grown-ass adult at the age of 32. So you can't sit there and say that you were young. It wasn't that long ago, right? But if you're going to go around talking about strangulation and all those types of things, make sure your image, your past criminal record is squeaky clean. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, right?
So even he is part of a very violent family. So this is no this. So I think we're being played by Michael Simon. I think we're truly being played by Michael Simon.
So 43 charges. That is
I'm a businesswoman.
a lot.
I'm a baby woman.
43 charges. That's quite a bit. So one more thing I want to show you that's a lot. You know, when you're going around and you're protesting outside of people's homes, granted, you know, it's not like you're being accused of murder, right? But you're bringing up people's past and using it against them. Do you have any idea how ridiculous that makes you look? That's just like when Katie Joy's going around using people's past against them, but she has a DUI charge. It's just make it make sense, right? So one more thing I'm going to pull up here. Whoops. I always type too fast when I do this. I don't know why I do that. And when I have nails, I type even slower than that. It's bad when I have nails. I will say that.
You're toast, buddy.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I couldn't find it. I had it pulled up and then it got lost with all the things that I had pulled up. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but someone like Burnt Toast being, you know, is open and honest as she is about, you know, her commentary and the way that she calls people out, her, you know, her strategy and how she brings awareness to tragedy pimps like MGL, Bullhorn Betty, all of them. There was a time when they were trying to really take her down. It was bad. They were false striking her. They were doing all kinds of things. And let me tell you something, YouTube needs to crack down on the false striking because it's wrong. It's wrong. If you are using someone's commentary and it's under fair use, there is nothing that anybody can do about that. And that is if you're talking during that commentary and you're turning that video and making it into your own, that is fair use. And people should not be able to just get away with just striking channels just because they don't like what that channel is trying to say. And I do remember at that time that Burnt Toast was really, they were coming after her hard. Like every single direction that she was turning, people were striking her. As a matter of fact, they were trying to figure out who she was. It was bad. So here is Burnt Toast. She's talking about everything that they put her through, specifically Bullhorn Betty, just because she didn't like the things that Burnt Toast was saying. And still till this day, and Burnt Toast really doesn't do commentary about them as much as she used to. Still to this day, she still talks about Burnt Toast. She still brings up Burnt Toast's name all the time. So I'm going to bring this up. Thank you, you guys. You guys are so sweet. I'm going to play this because I think it's important for you guys to listen to this.
I am David Atten.
I love my hater about me. I know that she's going to be so happy. Boom. You're welcome. So this is from the AP, which she claims that she's a part of. So I guess it's kind of like your fake coworker. Anyway, it's the people that she claims to be a part of, which is the AP. And looky here, ban on protests in front of homes signed by Governor DeSantis. It says anyone who protests in front of a private residence in Florida can face jail time and fines under a bill Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed Monday. That's today, Betty.
Now, I want you guys to be aware that I'm pretty sure this law was started because of them. You know, Bullhorn Betty, MGL, and the ridiculous things that they were doing. There's so many videos out there, you guys. Do your research, and I definitely will be doing more videos about this because I'm pretty sure when that law was passed, it was because of them.
Thank you, Dazed Mandy. Member for 5 months. This is going to be great. Thank you. Druid Lover, member for 4 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yes, he signed that today, Betty. So let's go on, right? Because you like this guy, and the AP is supposedly like your employer, right? Because your past says so, right? Let's continue. The legislation makes it second-degree misdemeanor to protest in a manner that is aimed at intentionally harassing or disturbing someone, at their home. Violators face 60 days in jail and fines up to $500. Protesters can only be arrested after ignoring the law enforcement's order to disperse. However, and then it goes on to say, this is a direct quote from her friend DeSantis. So DeSantis says, quote, sending unruly mobs to private residences like we have seen with the angry crowds in front of the homes of Supreme Court justices is inappropriate, DeSantis said.
Very inappropriate. And another thing that I want you guys to understand here is they were putting dirty laundry baskets outside of the laundry's home, right? They were doing a lot of stupid, childish, ignorant things. And I'm not sure why this law shouldn't apply everywhere, to be honest with you, because it is crossing a line. I understand peaceful protesting and, standing outside someone's home, but I feel like there should be stipulations with that. There should be things that people shouldn't be allowed to do. There should be times that people shouldn't be allowed to do these types of things. But we all know the horrible things that they were doing. And it was all for the sake of content. It was all for the sake of going viral, for the sake of the media. And it worked, right? And because it worked, it brought attention. And that's why this law was passed. But in the same sense, these things I feel like it should apply to every state because it is turning into harassment. You know what I mean? People should not be allowed to protest on private property. Okay. These things should not be okay, nor tolerated. So I agree with this law being passed in Florida, but I feel like it should apply to a lot of other places too, right?
in an email to the news agencies. This bill will provide protection to those living in residential communities, and I am glad to sign it into law. Oof. Yikes. Wow. I guess you got to find a new pastime, right? Whatever will you do with all of those signs? I wonder. I thought I'd share that since she said that it would never get passed. And that starts October 1st. So I guess between now and October 1st, 2022, Battery Betty, and any of the other people, JLR, Olivia, all of y'all scumbags. I mean, whatever you need to protest, I guess get it in between now and October. Or you're going to add more to that lengthy arrest record you got there. Okay. Just thought I'd help you out, girl. I mean, I don't come empty-handed. Okay. So I thought I'd help you out. You're welcome. Okay. I'll be putting that in the description.
That law needs to be everywhere, because you have this whole mob, standing outside of someone's home, thinking that because you feel that these people are guilty, that they have no rights. And that's not the way it works. Just because we may think that somebody is guilty, at the end of the day, it doesn't make it okay to stand outside someone's home hollering and screaming as if they don't have any rights, because you wouldn't like that if it was being done to you. Okay? You can't, I don't understand how people think that other people don't have any rights. And then that's when it comes down to me that this is all just content. This is all just about going viral. I think for some people it may come, from a passionate place, but then you have people like Bullhorn and Betty who are encouraging these people to stand outside and protest with her. But yet you don't know the extremes and measures that people will go to when they are so overly passionate about something that they can get violent. That's what I personally feel. I feel that protests like these can turn dangerous. Okay, all for the sake of clicks, views, going viral. I think every YouTuber wants to get great exposure. It's always good to, fight for the greater good. I get all of that. But in no way, shape, or form can I sit here and even try to give the benefit of the doubt to people who do these types of things, because as I said from the very beginning, like it or not, this woman, even though we may think she's guilty, she's not guilty in the eyes of the law yet. And maybe the police may not be working fast enough for some people, which is completely understandable. I can understand a lot of the people's frustration, but I think that the line should be drawn, and I just feel that this law should be passed everywhere, not just in Florida, but everywhere. So it basically was only passed where the whole Gabby Petito case, we all know how that case blew up. We all know how the media was so talking about this case. I think it brought so much awareness, but yet it brought awareness to other things that the media tends to ignore, right? It's all, exactly, Amber. It's all about morals and, had this whole mob mentality of standing outside of someone's home. I don't care how passionate I am about a case. I still know that until this person is proven guilty, that person has rights. And that's the thing that sucked. That's the thing that always sucks. You want to see things happening and it's not happening fast enough. So you start getting frustrated. Then you start thinking that that person's going to get away with it. But standing outside someone's home does absolutely nothing. The only thing that standing outside of Brian Laundrie's home and them protesting, the only thing that it did was pass a law to stop protesters from doing the shit that they did.
Of this stream later. So Team YouTube and YouTube creators and all of those, you know, whatever handles. And you guys were absolutely amazing. Like I said earlier in the stream, I am blown away at how many people helped me out and retweeted stuff and liked stuff. I had creators that have, you know, 6-figure sub counts that were helping me out, you know, people that I've known for a while. I'm just, there is no word to describe how grateful I am. Niawe is how I say it in Shawnee. So Niawe, all of you, I don't know how to say it better than that. So then after YouTube got a hold of what was happening, then I see this on my account, which says, I don't know if you guys can see that, 3 copyright strikes, but then it says account terminations on hold. So then I was like, okay, folks, we're in business now, right? And so once it was on hold, YouTube basically told me that they don't know what's going on, but they're going to have an actual person review my channel, review Betty's channel, and also review the strikes. Okay, so Gray Man, member for 9 months. So glad you're back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't worry, Burnt Toast. These scumbags are going to have an awakening once in. Oh, okay. I don't think that's happening, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay. So this is what started happening. So after Betty's 3rd strike on the April 29th, all of a sudden, White Boy, Poopy Head Breakfast Special with no hot sauce, Radio TV, started striking or attempting to strike my channel. And he was striking me over and over. And let me see if I can get one of them. Let's see. The first one he did was this one, since he wants to claim, and I'll play the clips later. But this is basically the, I don't know if it's, man, it's really small. But it says, we do not plan to remove your videos at this time. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. And then down here, he writes, what else do you need? Studio says information needed. And then he has the balls. Like I told you, he's not very stupid. Thank you, Rigzilla. Welcome to the dumpster fire. So he has the balls to tell YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel at White Boy Lockdown Radio. No, they don't give a shit. Just so that you know. Okay? Just, wow. Okay. So yeah, he did that. It's like, wow, he's brave, but very stupid. So we will move on. So then YouTube's response was, thank you for your message. However, we remain concerned that your copyright notification is not valid for some or all of the videos identified in your notification. As a result, the content will remain live on YouTube. If you have any concerns relating to harassment, blah, 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 better help you understand, click this link, blah, blah, blah. In other words, YouTube told him to go suck a dick. Yes. Love it. So then it sort of kept happening. So after that, he tried to strike me again. This time was a privacy strike. And this link goes to, I guess, the video that he was complaining about, which had him, it was a video about him. And he basically was trying to privacy strike me by saying that I had like shared something private. And I was laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard because I was like, you can't privacy strike someone just because they won't take your copyright strike. Like, that's not how any of this works. Okay, you're only supposed to be copywriting strike someone when you go into your copyright section of YouTube Studios, like in the left-hand side, you click on that. And when it says somebody has used 100% of your video, then you strike them because it means it's not fair use. But if it's like 30% or 10% or even 80%, that's not 100%. And you're still taking a risk that it's a false strike, which all of these were. So he decided to try to do a false privacy strike. And a privacy strike is when someone is like posting like your social security number, your full name, you know, your kids' names, like really, really personal information, which I thought was pretty ironic considering he's one of the ones that are doing this to get my information. Yes, right. Told you, they're not very smart. Not very smart. And so the whole time I'm just laughing like, you guys, if this is not going to work.
So just to note, Burnt Toast, which a lot of you guys know, well, she wants to stay anonymous. Okay. Anonymity. That's what she chooses to be on YouTube. Everyone has that right. And some people will false strike you just to get your information. Because if you counter that strike, you have to put your address, you have to put, you know, your real name, your legal name. You have to put all of that personal information. And some people will falsely strike someone just to get their information. And that's what's sad, you know, just to out that person and out who that person is. And it's just to seek revenge, because that person doesn't want people to know who they are. They choose to remain, you know, anonymous, private, whatever you want to call it. And some people will purposely do that. These are things that YouTube has to crack down on, because at the end of the day, people have a right to, as long as it's fair use, you have a right to commentate on someone else's video. Okay. Just like someone has the right to do that to me, I have a right to do that to someone else, as long as I'm not using that video and playing that whole entire video and not offering any type of commentary. No reason for why I'm showing the video, just to show it and use that video. And pretty much you're using that video as your own. That's when it's grounds to strike someone. But you cannot just go around false striking people just because you don't like what they have to say. And I do think that it speaks volumes of what they truly felt about Burnt Toast, because they were trying to silence her. And no one's going to silence someone who's strong and stands on their own 2 feet. No one is. Not myself. If I was afraid to speak, I would have been stopped talking about MGL. I have been bullied. I have been harassed by her and her loyal, ignorant band of followers. I've been harassed by all of them, but I'm still standing, and I'll continue to stand. And just like Burnt Toast, it's obviously, even though it was probably pure hell for her to have to go through in that same sense, it's still kind of a compliment, because it means that they were trying to silence her because she was speaking the fucking truth. If you don't care about what somebody has to say, okay, if you know that these things aren't true, then who cares? As long as they're not slandering, you're not going to care. But if a person is getting on their channel every day, every other day, every weekend, whatever they're doing, and they're just commentating, putting information out there, people can choose to do with that information whatever it is that they want to. That's why I always encourage you guys, do your own research. I'm here to offer you guys content, but I do always tell you guys, I do always recommend for you guys to do your own research, because there's no echo chambers in this chat. Okay. So that even though it was something that she didn't deserve to go through, in that same sense, it's still a compliment, because she has a voice and she's using her voice in a very educated way. And they didn't like that. That's why they tried to take her down. And I know for a fact that they was trying to take her down from my own proof. Okay. From behind the scenes. That's another story for a different day, but I'm just saying, I know that they were trying to figure out who she was, because that's one of the biggest ways people try to attack you, is if you're trying to remain and have some type of anonymity here on YouTube, people will try to use that against you. And they will try to out you and out who you are as a threat. They'll use it as a threat to chase you away, to silence you, to stop you from speaking. And that's what they tried to do with burnt toast. So I do understand where people are coming from when they're saying, you know, if you talk about, you know, BHB, she's going to come after you. Well, she can come after me, but I'm still going to be standing. Okay. But at the same time, it's not fair to come after somebody just because you don't like what they're saying. I'm not here to convince you guys of anything. I'm here to offer you guys commentary, to give my opinion, and you guys can choose to do with whatever I'm saying. You can choose to do what you want to do with it. You can either believe it or not. It's that simple. As long as nobody is slandering you, she shouldn't care. This is YouTube. Get the fuck over it. All right, let's continue.
So then, oh wait, it gets worse. So then I got another email and I couldn't find it where Betty had tried to strike me, and it came in at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So much for her not being a night owl, right? So that was really stupid. That basically said it was fair use. They kicked it back to her immediately. She didn't respond. And then this is my favorite one, guys. I've been sitting on this since April 30th, guys. You just have no idea. This was my absolute favorite. And I told you, bitch, that I was going to read it on my stream. And that's exactly what we're fucking about to do. Okay. So then Betty tried to strike me a 4th time. And again, when I say 4th time, what I mean is this is the 4th one that got through. You're going to see in this next email that she sent YouTube because she's stupid, incriminating herself, admitting that she was abusing the copyright system because she's, you know, she got her fee-fees hurt, right? Oh, okay. Too bad. So sad. I don't care. And so thank you, Hoosier Buddy. $5 Toasties back. Everybody gets a chicken cutlet. Yes. Thank you. Go after burnt toast is the dumbest move. Yes. Thank you. Right. You know, what's interesting, Kelly, is I've never struck any of them. Never struck them, never claimed anything, never reported them, never flagged them, because unlike them, I believe that everybody actually has a right to say what they want on this platform. They, however, are all about canceling people. So they love the idea of trying to get rid of people that they don't like or they disagree with. Or I've seen some people that these 3 individuals try to get rid of just because they won't kiss their ass. So yeah, y'all picked the wrong one, okay? Anyway, so like I was saying, she struck me many, many, many times. However, 2 got all the way through and then 2 got sort of through. And so what I'm surmising here is that after the 3rd strike, YouTube was like, there's something going on here, because every single time I've been, someone has attempted to strike me since April 29th, it has been either ignored by YouTube or completely kicked back as fair use. Laura Girl, $10 super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate that. They are the opposite of free speech. Yes, they are. And they don't even realize it. That's how dumb they are. Because she will literally wear a hat that says cancel culture while she's talking about striking channels down. Make that make sense. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Appreciate this super sticker. Thank you. Okay. So this is the email, right? So it's kind of goes backwards. And I have a part 2 where it actually shows their original email to her to show that it actually is Bullhorn Betty we're talking about here. So basically, I get this email from YouTube that says, we received copyright infringement notification below regarding your video. We believe your content is protected by fair use, blah, blah, blah. We are writing to let you know we do not plan to remove your video at this time. And then it has a link to the video. I forgot which one it was, one about her, I'm sure. And then this is what, I guess when they sent it back to her, hold on, actually. Let me show you this second one because that'll act okay. So this is the one, I probably should show this one first. So they sent her this one where it says, Bullhorn Betty, we are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for some of or all the videos identified in your notification. And it goes on basically saying, explaining to her what fair use is. Thank you, Misty, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. And so that's what she was answering to. And so she says, quote, y'all gonna like this because y'all can picture her saying it. Y'all ready? Okay. This was April 26th. Okay. First, in the United States, comma, fair use may, all caps, I express may apply. I think she was drunk when she wrote this. I'm really not sure. Hey, what's up, Louisiana girl? Thank you. Yeah, so oh boy, yes, Todd. Behoove us. She behooves us, right? She says, first, in the United States, fair use may, I express may apply. Okay. Words are hard. Okay. Next sentence. I am not for YouTube. It is not for YouTube to make that determination, comma. It is up to a judge, which I fully plan on taking legal action once this creator provides their information. This creator is notorious, all caps, about stealing content from other creators and using it. Again, doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about when it comes to fair use. Okay? Right. She says, here are the specific time frames in which they are specifically stolen from me. Furthermore, she infringed on my trademarked logo name as well. Oh, and that reminds me, White Boy also tried to strike my channel for trademark infringement. He was like arguing back and forth with YouTube, and he was like, but she used my trademarked name, which it wasn't trademarked at the time. But actually, I've been doing some research, and I found that even if you trademark your channel, it means nothing. It just means you are going to have a really crazy tax season next year. Good luck with that, buddy. You might want to hire an accountant. You're going to need it because I don't think that math is one of your strong suits, or reading for that matter. But, you know, just hire someone to get it done. So he actually trademarked his channel name. Yeah. And all it means is that I can't put his name on merch and sell it. I can still review it. People can still give criticism, parodies, news reports, et cetera, all those things that you can do with fair use on other works. It still applies to that. So that was really dumb, but I guess there was an attempt. So thank you, Island Gypsies AMI 199 super chat. Thank you for exposing these fools. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. She's dumb beyond belief. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brianne, for the super chat. I just love the hell out of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you for the super chat. It says, keep speaking the truth and spreading awareness so we can get these vultures exposed. Thank you so, so much. And I'm sure that you will be exposing them sometimes on your channel too. And we can't wait when you do that. I know I'm excited for it. Okay. So basically, you guys see she was trying to take Burnt Toast down. I love you, Rand. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Thank you. And this is, I think, what people are talking about with me or anybody else who chooses to speak. But here's the thing. And I want this to be very clear. I love you more, sweetheart. I really do. I really, really do. You are such a true blessing in my life. All of you guys are. I don't use too much of people's content because I don't have to. I think my voice speaks for itself. I think the words I speak are powerful enough to where I don't need to use people's content like that. If I want to make a point, I would definitely go more to clip channels because I think with clip channels, they sum it up in so many ways. It's better than going to their channel. I will use other people's content as needed, but regardless, it's still fair use and there's no reason to attack this woman. But as you see, she was speaking the truth and they didn't like that. I believe, but I am not sure. At least it's not a neighborhood. So I just wanted to speak on that and show you guys how much she was trying to go after Burnt Toast. And I know for a fact they were trying to get her information. I know that for a fact. So, and it's disgusting, you guys. It's disgusting. If somebody wants to remain anonymous, as long as they are not going around bashing people, slandering people, doxing people, doing those types of things, because it's easy to do that when you're hiding behind an avatar, right? But if you're just going onto your channel, speaking the truth, doing commentary, and it's speaking your truth, your own truth, what gives people the right to go around false striking? I think, and it causes a lot of stress to the creator, you know? And I'm not saying that it did with Burnt Toast, because she had a lot of people behind her backing her up, but it can cause stress, unnecessary stress, because it's a false strike. And if you fight it, of course, you're going to win, but it's still unnecessary stress that you shouldn't have to go through. And I think that YouTube needs to do something about that too. If YouTube can go around making, you know, all of these rules and handles, personal handles for us as creators, and all of the things that they stay on top of, why can't they start staying on top of these people who bully, harass, okay, dox? These things are serious. And YouTube does absolutely nothing, because in my opinion, when you're putting someone's house as your channel, on your channel as a thumbnail, there needs to be consequences for that. You don't need to be just told, oh, I'm going to take it down, and you take it down, and that's no, there needs to be consequences for that. That's not okay. That's the problem that I have with YouTube. Love YouTube, love this platform, love the people on this platform for the most part. I've met some great people, and I've met some people that are not so great, but regardless, I love this. This is my passion, but I just wish that YouTube would be, you know, would enforce stricter rules when it comes to false striking, when it comes to doxing, when it comes to getting on your platform and inciting hate towards another creator just because you don't like what they have to say. Or just like Burnt Toast says, you get in your fifis, you get all in your feelings. It's not that serious. It's just YouTube. Okay. And I understand we have a brand, but just like with Megamouth, I picked and chose the things that I responded to. And one of the things I responded to is about the palettes, because I know what she was trying to do, and I know the truth. I knew the truth. And even if I was standing alone, I was going to speak my truth, because it was a lie. It was slander. That's why I addressed it. So let me play a little bit more of this.
Yes, she is. All of these people are very dumb. So here she is trying to say that I have infringed on her trademark logo. Now, Betty, she's even dumber, if you can imagine. She thinks that if you put the letters T and M next to your name, that means you're trademarked. No, that's not at all how that works. I mean, wow. Okay. I'm just going to put an R next to my name and be like, yeah, I'm registered. It's totally legit, right? Oh my gosh. So YouTube didn't even pay attention to that part. Then she says, every bit of this is my footage and my face and or voice. Okay. This is my favorite part, guys. She says, I would like to exercise my right to sue this creator and you, YouTube. You're now infringing on my rights to sue this for violation of law. It gets better, guys. If you do not want to take this video down, there is 50 more I'm going to go after. Trying to think of a word. All right. Yeah, that's extortion. Dumbass. And I can't believe you were dumb enough to incriminate yourself to YouTube. Are you kidding me? And don't worry, boo-boo. I totally sent this to the guy from Team YouTube, and he is totally watching your channel now. So
not only is that like extortion, but that's also like the most entitled person on YouTube that I've encountered. How the hell can you possibly think that you are entitled to YouTube and demand for them to take a video down? And if they don't, you're going to strike 50 more? Are you serious? So there you go. Those are the extremes that she will go to.
You're good. You're good. Yeah. If you have a lawyer already, I feel like you can send all of this to Leonard French. He's a copyright lawyer who has a YouTube channel. Oh, Why is it not letting me go up? Okay. YouTube channel, not asking for legal advice, just saying he laughed. Yes, that's a good. Okay, Rotten Ralph, can you send me a message to remind me? Email, DM, something. I probably won't remember that after this, but please remind me, because that would actually be funny. Did BHB and crew not hear about Venom Fang's ex failed attempt to abuse DMCA takedowns back in 2008? I have no idea. And I wasn't on YouTube back then, so I have no idea. But I think it's funny. All channels, which, by the way, they don't know.
I'll know where you're born from.
I thought she just said that she doesn't do cyberbullying or harassment or doxing. This right here, Betty, this actually is morning, every morning. So yeah, so sort of like that, Betty, right?
You are criminal. You will be held criminally liable and civilly liable for any and all damages from that crazy person. I am all about preventing that from happening. I don't advocate for violence. I don't advocate for doxing. I don't advocate for cyberbullying. I don't advocate for harassment.
Really? Exactly. So I put this in there. She hearted it. Love it. Don't you just love it?
We're gonna be focusing.
Oh, and this was back in February. She's never mentioned my name, guys, ever. And according to her, I lie and don't ever show proof. So
I need as much information that you guys can find on the Glare, on Burnt Toast, and on Crude AF.
Oh,
like I said.
Oh, what was that? Oh. So you're now trying to get your audience to put a bounty on my information, the Glare's information.
That is one of the worst things that you can do, you guys. Okay? Anyone, okay, as a creator, if they ever come on their channel and say, I need you guys to give me all information about, if I came on my channel and said, I want you to give me all information about anyone who's talked shit about me, you know what that is? That is not only a mob mentality, but that is promoting, inciting hate and harassment. If you ever come across a creator like that, please run. Run. That's not a good creator, okay? Creators don't do that type of shit. I would say that there are a lot of entitled creators on here, and she is one of them.
And Crude AF's information. Wow. It's almost like that's against TOS.
I don't need to ask anybody anything about them. If I want to know something about you, I will know everything there is to need to know about you. Literally everything. I'll know where your children go to school. I'll know where your parents live. I'll know whether your grandparents are dead or alive. I'll know where your sister lives. I'll know where your aunt and uncles are from. I'll know where you're born from.
I thought she just said that she doesn't do cyberbullying or harassment or doxing. This right here, Betty, this actually is.
What the actual fuck? I gotta start watching more of Burnt Toast's videos from the past. Like, that's fucking nuts. That's nuts. I have never seen something like, what the hell? So you literally sit here and admit that if someone is doing commentary on your channel, doing commentary about things that they may like that you do or things that they don't like that you do, you're going to find out who their grandparents are, where their children go to school. That, you see what I'm talking about, you guys? Do you see what I'm talking about here? Okay.
Is harassment. When you are threatening to go after people's kids and grandparents, threatening to dox entire families because you're having a temper tantrum. Okay, this is the actual definition of harassment. Nobody on my channel is doing that to you. Period.
I don't need to ask people about their past because I will have it in print in front of my face.
Yes. So that was that clip. Again, all these will be, I'll put these on my channel. I sort of was making these while I was gone. Do you think whiny low wit boy thinks you live up the street from him? LOL. I have no idea. And I don't. It's definitely on April 25th, the day before. And this was another one from which
Okay, you guys. I just wanted you guys, excuse me, to see that. There was somebody, I don't know what channel it was that was showing the charges, but I will show that next time. This is absolutely, like, I get it now. I get what you guys are trying to say, but in the same sense, you know, just like other people can do things legally, so can I. And you can't let that stop you from doing what it is that you do and doing what your passion is. And that is talking about things, doing commentary about things. And I think that some people need to understand that you are allowed to do that. Like, you're allowed to come on your platform and talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And not everybody has to agree with it, but it is what it is. People can talk about whatever they want. They can do commentary about, just like she can, you know. I couldn't imagine what sorry, you guys. My internet froze. Can you guys hear me? Thank you. I thought the internet was like out or something. Thank you. Topic. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. That's never happened to me before. It says, hey, Nanya, it's good to see you. It says, talking about something on YouTube and going real life in front of someone's house hits different in my books. Amen. Amen. Hold on, let me fix this. That damn backdrop. I can never get it right, can I? Hey, girl. Okay. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Hey.
How
Thanks
are
for
you?
coming up. A person or group that ruthlessly exploits others is a predator. That is 100 what they are. Amen. Like, I couldn't imagine how, like I said, how that feels. And, you know, you're trying to do the best thing that you can with your channel, trying to follow the rules, and then you're getting all of these false copyright strikes. Like, that has to hit in a very stressful way, especially if you care about your channel. When you put so much effort into your channel, that can definitely have you feeling some type of way. Care Bear, sends me your email and I will email you the link. That's what I do. I'll email you the link.
What I
So-
don't understand though is like YouTube, if they started ignoring the strikes because they seen that it was like, you know, obnoxious or whatever, why are they not like doing something to that creator? That doesn't make sense to
That's
me.
what I'm saying. I don't understand why YouTube kind of just brushes it off their shoulder. Just like you said, when you reported Megamouth, what did they say to you? Like, did they send you like,
Literally, all I kept getting was, so like with Google, it was basically like a generic email they send to everybody. Sorry. And
you're
Patreon
fine.
was a little bit more where they actually gave me a support person because I think sorry. Patreon actually gave me a support person, and I was going back and forth with her, and like they never responded with anything. I just kept getting like the okay, thank you for sending this in or whatever. And then the very last email I had with them was when I sent in every single clip I had, every video link, every screenshot showing everything, all of the doxing and Patreon, not just with myself, but with other people, like serious violations. And I never got a response back, but that was the day that she deleted every video. So I believe they did email her because I don't believe in coincidences. And she had them videos up for almost a week, or it was a week or something, you know, it was like a week or over a week, something like that. And all of a sudden she deletes all of those videos when I send in all my proof. And I didn't hear anything back after I sent that email. So I sent another email and I was like, are you seriously not going to do anything about this content creator? I was like, I cannot believe that you're not, like, you guys as a company, Patreon, is going to sit here and watch these videos and allow her to remain on your platform. And I never got a response. It pisses me off.
I think, okay, so them responding to her, they had to have, like you said, because she took down a whole bunch of videos. But in my opinion, them, all it was pretty much is a pat, like a slap on the wrist, because on the hand, whatever. Because at the end of the day, it gave her almost a warning to delete the other videos, right? And no matter if you delete something or not, always know that you can private a video, you can delete a video, but YouTube can still always see it. So if you get someone's link to a video, even if they delete it, even if you go back and it's deleted, it doesn't matter. YouTube can still see all of that stuff. They can see all the way back to like 6 months, any deleted video, I think, or maybe even longer. But
yep, it's all in their servers.
Yeah. And just like what Nunya said, it's all automated with YouTube. But I feel like YouTube is a multi-billion-dollar company almost. You know, they're with Google. So sometimes maybe the automated is just not working. I know that it takes a lot for a real person to look at your channel. And that's what Burnt Toast did. She got someone real to look at her channel, because automated, there's only so much they can do. And that's what I think happened with you. It's just automated. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I had a support person, like her name was Ariel or something like that. And it was a real person, because I know like a lot of the other people that reported it to Patreon got the generic automated response. But I literally got a person, and I was, you know, and that was the person I was communicating back and forth with. But after I sent the proof in, it was done. And it's like, and they liked, and, you know, they put in their fine print that they won't tell you what
She
actions
had
they're
the videos
taking
up for
towards
almost
that
a week,
creator.
or it was a week or something. You know, it was like a week or over a week, something like that. And all
Turn
of a
on
sudden,
your
she's
YouTube,
doing all
Care
of those
Bear.
videos.
Better?
Is that, do you Care Bear with that's echoing, or?
Yeah,
You're
I have
fine.
YouTube off.
Okay.
It's good now.
All right. Yeah, YouTube needs, like, it's very worrisome because people should not just be able to get away with these type of things. I feel like there should be some type of consequences, not just take down the video, but it should be like you're suspended from YouTube for so I don't know, a month, 3 months, because you don't have a right to invade someone's privacy like that. Like, that is a horrible thing to do, what she did to you. So I just think that there are bigger consequences. That's serious what she did. It's not like it's her taking a video of yours and, using it as her own or something like that. She literally took your house and used it as a thumbnail.
And don't forget, she also had a video where she told people what street to drive down.
Right. Right. And she did that to
Like,
you and Dre and so many other people.
And they think this is okay, but what they don't understand is you're on a keyboard, but the shit you're doing, and you're sending out your sheep, your blind ass sheep. If somebody would have showed up to my house and I would have stood my ground, what then?
Exactly.
And because I promise you, you try to come into my domain, you're not walking out. I promise you.
Yep. That's how it's supposed to be. You have every right to defend yourself if someone's coming to your home. That's just like when she threatened me that night with Miss Letitia, the last time Miss Letitia was in my chat, just like my fiance said, you want to threaten, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very simple. You can't just go around threatening people, using their house, all of that type of stuff. There should be consequences to that because it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Hi, Care Bear.
Hi, Care Bear.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. So
I'm really glad you came up here.
my opinion on the whole protesting thing with the baby crying. The baby crying. Oh my God, that pisses me off.
Yes. It's
because
horrible.
You don't know if any of those neighbors have had a stillborn or a miscarriage. Do you know how much it hurt me every time I heard a baby cry when I gave birth to my stillborn son, and then when I had a miscarriage 4 years later?
I'm sorry.
To have to listen to a baby cry just killed me. So I can't imagine what it's like for all those neighbors.
Right. Basically, you're punishing, you're trying to punish, Lilana, whatever her name is, and all of them, but you're actually punishing innocent people.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And it's like, and those people probably have kids and they got to go to school, and you're keeping their kids up.
Right.
I'd be damn if they were doing that to me. I'd be out there like beating ass.
Right. And it's not like there's any time limit. Like, they were out there at night.
They're supposed to stop. Because I was on there, I was watching Dolly's before you came on, and he said they had to stop by 10 or 9 or something like that. It's like, my kids go to bed at 7:30.
Right. And so do other people's kids.
Because I want to make sure, they get enough sleep to go to school in the morning.
Right.
Yep. And I would be pissed if there were people outside of my home, and then I have to sit here and explain to my child because, children ask questions and they're going to know, okay, well, what's going on? Why are these people out there? Why are they cussing, Mom? Why are they saying all this thing? Because they're not peacefully protesting. They're being obnoxious. They had lube sent to her home.
What?
For what? Yes.
They were taking their DoorDash or something like that too. I heard.
They Instacarted lube to her. Like, why? What does that do? That's
No,
in the
but I
name of
heard
Quentin.
I heard that they were like Leona and the family were trying to get Instacart or Uber Eats or whatever, and that Barnyard was taking it. I saw that on Queen's Live this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening.
She was what?
Wow.
They were taking their food that they were having ordered sent to their house.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They need to be arrested.
Right. Like, what else are they doing? Like, how far, what is the end game?
I don't think there's going to be one. I really don't. I was heard that they were supposed to have
Yeah, not Barnyard, you guys, not Barnyard. Bullhorn Betty. Yeah.
Bullhorn. Sorry, Bullhorn.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
I heard they were supposed to have like some kind of community meeting about the protesting. I don't know if that's true or not.
You know what they're doing? They want to go viral. That's just my opinion. They want, all of the attention, like with the Gabby Petito case, and having the press out there, the media all interviewing them. That's truly what they want, in my opinion.
It's just odd because
Negative.
they never none of them went to the what's her name? The Evelyn Boswell case. They didn't go there.
Of course not.
But they went to Summer Wells, they went to Gabby Petito, and then this. This is
That's
ridiculous.
the thing, though, is they only go for the cases that are in the media spotlight. And
Right.
what cases go into the media spotlight?
But the Evelyn Boswell was
Caucasian, there
Yeah.
is no minorities. They're not going to any minority cases and protesting and throwing a fit. How many, indigenous women are missing? Where's the protest for them? Come on now. Like, it's all a money game. Oh, the news is following this? Let's jump on this trade. I see money and clicks.
But Evelyn Boswell was on the news. It was all over the news.
Keep practicing, Orion. It'll get better. Trust me. Well,
because I've been following that case.
I think they pick and choose what cases that get the most media attention. Just like None Your Business says, wait until MGL gets there. It's about to get way worse.
Right? It's going to get a lot worse.
It is. Because
But what's going to happen is sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. She hasn't even been covering this case.
No, she asked
hasn't.
questions on live when Dolly was on his live, and she was like, wait, what is this about? Oh, wait, he just disappeared. Like, come on, you don't even know the case, and you're going to show up and protest? No, you saw an opportunity to try to make some money. And that's the thing is, if these supporters would stop, because they're the ones sending the money.
Yep.
If they don't have no money, they're not going to do this.
They're not. That's how they're even getting there, right? They're funding their trip. Isn't that through the supporters?
And the e-baking by the Hobbit. Like, come on. Yep. Oh, a camper. Oh, the hotel rooms are so expensive. Oh, come on.
Right.
It's horrible, you guys. Like, I've never seen anything.
Like, somebody offered her home to him.
What?
Some lady offered him to go stay at her house.
Any woman around him better be careful.
Well, her husband's there with their kids, and it's like, are you kidding me?
He's not a good person, and there have been a lot of women who have spoke out about him and his behavior.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of women.
I have to do research on that.
He's vile and disgusting and a predator, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you're entitled to it. Andrea has made a life of this. Did you see what she did at school? Board members home to keep kids from having to wear a mask in Florida. Turned out that it was the wrong house. Yeah, I heard she protests a lot. Bullhorn Betty. I did hear that. And it burnt toast even proved it on her channel how much this woman does tend to protest a lot. And I'm all for protesting, you guys, but I feel like there's a time and a place for it. When you're protesting for people's rights, things like that, I get it. But protesting outside someone's home where technically in the eyes of the law, they're innocent, I don't feel that that's right.
No, there's no due process. I mean, if you want to sit there and just, be in memorial or there for Clinton. That's one thing. But the screaming, the trying to fight her and, oh, come fight me so I can get you, put you in jail. They're making a mockery of this poor child. None of these people could have children. None of these people could have experienced loss because they wouldn't be acting like this.
It's absolutely ridiculous. and it's not, just like Nanya said, it's not going to get better, you guys. It's going to get worse. And it's like, to me, I feel like the law that they made in Florida, I feel like that should be everywhere.
What, in 4 days? 5 days? That's when Mega Mouth and
Oh God,
Jonas are supposed to go there.
Yeah. Like, why? Why? Okay, I could see him going there, but why? She hasn't even been covering this case. But you're going to stand outside and protest to a case that you know nothing about.
I think Jonas talked her into it.
Of course.
He'll just show her a bunch of his PowerPoints that he loves to show and just be like, here's, the quick version of it. And it oh, God, they make my skin crawl.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And that's what I'm saying. I just started really getting introduced to this whole world. Like, I always knew that, Megamouth, and I've always seen like little clips here and there of, or content of people covering them being at not Gabby Petito, but Brian Laundrie's home, Summer Wells. That was a shit show because of them. So
they lost their jobs because of them.
Yes. And it's like, I don't see how people can think that this is okay. I don't understand. I wish someone, and I'm going to say this like the next time that I do go live, I want someone to come up on my panel that 100% disagrees with me.
Who said in chat earlier that Bullhorn was paying people to be there to protest? Someone in chat. Yeah, someone in chat said earlier that Bullhorn was paying people to be there. I don't remember who it was. It was earlier in the chat.
I didn't see.
I know she offered money to some guy for his baseball bat or some shit. It was weird.
What does she need the baseball bat for? Like, what in the hell is, like, I can't. But like I said, I was introduced to this whole thing. And once you start really seeing it, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee this. You can't just turn a blind eye to it either, because, especially if you have a channel, it's hard to be able to turn a blind eye to it and be like, oh, okay, whatever. It has nothing to do, because it's like you're affecting people's lives. And I think it's also very interesting to see how supportive people are of this. How is it that people can't look at things critically? That's what bothers me. You have to be able to look at things from all aspects, from all angles. And I feel like the people who support them, they're only looking at it as a one-track mind, as if they share a brain with Bullhorn Betty. That's what it seems like to me. Like, you're not looking at it like, wait a minute, how is this a good thing standing outside of her home? What is this going to do? And
it's because they're doing it in Quentin's name. So automatically people are like, oh, well, they're doing it for this baby. And they're not thinking around that. They're not thinking, okay, well, what if I was there? What if this woman, and I know what we all think and what the cops have, but what if the evidence proves her innocent? What if?
What if?
Right?
We
Because
have
where's the
no
boyfriend?
idea.
Where's the boyfriend? He took off, right?
Yeah.
He was the last one to see him, right?
And how many times have we heard the cops say they've cleared someone and then go back and charge them with something? It happens.
Right?
We don't
Wait
know
till
shit.
I think the news
We're
reached
not
out to her. I don't think Bullhorn had anything to do with it. I think the news reached out to her to want to
She
do an
acts
interview.
like she went up to the damn door and was like, hey, Leilani, can you do an interview for me? Oh, thanks. Bitch, please, get out of here. No, they spoke out because they can't stand y'all's asses.
Right.
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 Come on.
Revival. Yeah. Her mom's so bad, but she's gonna go out there rather than going seeing her mom.
Right.
Oh, but now she's going to make a quick stop to her mom's first.
A quick stop. Yeah, you should be staying there, spending all the time you can with your mother.
And she
Having the
said
last 2 months I had with my mom was the best.
she says she's gonna go to Dre's house. Like, the fuck? Like, why do you need to go to Dre's house for? For content. That's all this is. It is to me. Like, I understand some people probably are passionate and they think that, just like you said, Rianne, you know, that it's for the sake of this little baby, this precious, innocent baby. But this isn't the way to do it. I really truly think that Bullhorn Betty thinks that she's the one that put the pressure on Leilani to speak publicly.
She said it.
And
she
but
wants
I
everybody
really
to
truly
thank her.
feel she thinks that in her, like, she really thinks she has that much power.
She's delusional.
Like that,
And
it is.
Why didn't they go protest for Vaughn? Let me ask you that. Is it because Vaughn wasn't in the news?
Yep. That's
Is
what
it
it
because Vaughn is black?
Yep.
Because I got my opinions about that, and everybody knows it. Because right now, all they look like is one big ass clown circus.
Right. Yep. And the circus is about to get worse when because you know we all know that Mega Mouth turns everything into a fucking circus. Anything she touches turns to shit. Okay. As if it wasn't enough already what they're doing, she's just gonna make it worse.
And wait till Andra and her start getting into it. Bullhorn Betty. Sorry, she says her name all the time. But just wait till her and BHB get into it like they did last time. Last time she was kicked out of the Airbnb. So what's going to happen this time? They're going to take the attention off of Quentin and turn it about their fighting and this and that. It's ridiculous. They all think they're the most important person that covers true crime. When in reality, they're not shit. Nobody outside of the YouTube community knows who the hell they are.
Right.
Because ain't nobody in my neighborhood knows who the hell they are. Anybody I've talked to about any of this YouTube stuff is like, huh? Who's them? Never heard of them.
Right. And that's
They're
just like
not
I
doing
said.
shit.
You see any of the successful YouTubers, do you see them protesting, standing outside of someone's home? No. You use your voice, you use your platform to bring as much awareness as possible. You tell your truth and what you think about this case and what you think should happen. And you could talk about it every day if you want to. Even that turns into being exploitative, though. But in the same sense, that's what someone who is professional does. And then you have people like them who cross boundaries and cross those lines where it becomes dangerous.
Why not, do something for the people that are actually digging in this landfill for
That's what I
18
said.
hours a day?
Yeah.
Why not send them food? Why not try to get them water? Why not help them? Why not
That's what I'm
stand
saying.
outside of the gates? Why not go to the CPS office and protest peacefully there? Why not go to the police department? No, you have to make fools of yourselves.
No, because that's not good content, though. You know what I mean? And protesting peacefully is not good content either. I remember when Megamouth was calling me out one day on her channel a few weeks ago. And one of the things that she said prior to trying to call me out, whatever the fuck she thought that was, lying, slandering, whatever, she's like, this is what you guys pay for. You ready? I feel like that speaks volumes. I'm about to slander this girl. I'm about to talk about her. I'm about to try to make derogatory comments about her. This is what you guys pay me to do, to act a fool. That's what she meant.
Yep. That's exactly it.
This is what you guys want to see. So I'm about to give it to you. It's sad. Ultimately, in conclusion, all we can do is continue to bring awareness about this. Like I said, I appreciate anyone who thinks that I'm supposed to be, have my guard up as far as the type of person that Bullhorn Betty is, but trust and believe, I do not give a fuck. Okay. People like her, that's not going to silence me. Nobody will ever silence me, ever. So I think it takes people like myself and Rianne to continue to bring awareness about this shit. Science Girl, Makeup Mobster, Savage, hopefully John Crime start talking about this. I hope he does. The people who have such big voices, I hope that they start using their voice, which people already are. And I hope they continue to. Let's put it that way. Because I can tell you right now, she ain't silencing Savage. It's not going to happen.
Nope, I love Savage.
Yes, she is very, very honest. She is not going to silence her. She damn sure ain't about to silence me. She's not about to silence. Nobody's afraid of some damn internet gangsters, you guys. Nobody is. What's she gonna do? Like I said, who said that? Bust the cap locks on me? I don't care.
Pull up, baby. I got the bail money. Pull up.
Pull up. It is what it is. You don't have to like what I say. Nobody cares what you think. Just like at the end of the day, you are a creator and people have a right to speak on the shit that you are doing. And if you don't like it, then don't watch. But don't go around false striking people and threatening people, threatening Savage. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. What do you think that's going to do? And just like Savage did in her last video, she laughed. Because you can't stop people from doing that. You're making the situation worse by threatening people. That just makes people more pissed, and it makes them want to go harder to bring awareness about what you're doing.
Yeah, it makes them seem more shady.
Right.
Like, why are you trying to hide all these people from showing your content? What do you have to hide?
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's still more exposure for you. I mean, you might not like the person doing commentary and speaking the truth, but it's still more exposure. It still brings more traffic. And I have to realize that, thank God for the clip channels. I love the clip channels, but it still brings them more traffic. That's how you have to look at it.
Yeah.
That's how you have to look at it. I'm with you, but Teaya has been giving me strength. Absolutely. You guys, anyone who has a channel, don't be afraid to talk about what you want to talk about. Nobody can stop you in your voice. Nobody can stop you unless you let them. That's it.
So I grew up very just bullied and major self-esteem issues, and it took me a long time to realize that, like, I've always stood up for my family or things like that, but when it came to myself, I've always allowed myself to have my kindness and gentleness taken for granted. But see, what people don't understand is I'm kind to a point. When you push me over that limit, you will see another side of me, and you will not forget that side of me. And you just have to find that inner person, because nobody deserves to be walked on. Nobody deserves to be treated like shit. And we all have a voice, and we all can use that voice. Do not let anybody tell you you cannot speak out.
Unless they earn to be treated like shit. That's a different story. Some people deserve.
That's true.
Right. People who dox in here, people who bully, slander, harass, they deserve to be talked about. Like, I'm sorry, they deserve it. I have no empathy for people like that. You literally just heard this woman say, if you speak on her, she will find out where you were born, find out where your kids go to school. I have no empathy for people like that. I have literally no tolerance for people like that, because that is taking advantage of your platform, weaponizing your platform. I have no.
And how many people have they fought into silence with these threats? Look what Molly did with that thumbnail. She wanted me to shut the hell up.
That's it. Yeah.
And I
She didn't
didn't.
want to.
But how many people has she done that to? Little
A lot.
sly things like that. And they did shut up because
lot.
people are scared to use their voice. And I'm telling you, don't be scared of these people. They're not going to leave their keyboard. They're not going to leave the damn fridge. We know that.
And even if they try to take it legal, you can take your ass in there and fight even without an attorney and win. That's just the truth, because they have no grounds for it. It's just a scare tactic. That's all.
I dare her to find out where I live and where my kids go to school. I'm really good friends with the sheriff.
My uncle is a sheriff. So thank you, TVZ. So are you. You're amazing. Yeah, those things don't scare me. I have
Don't
a
scare me
really,
either.
really bad family. I mean, a good family, but yeah, I don't have any reasons to be scared of anybody. You can use whoever. I have family who is a part of motorcycle gangs and all that kind of shit. There's nothing for me to be afraid of. Okay. Not only do I have an amazing provider in this home, but he's also a very strong person who takes care of his family, just like
I don't have an employer, so let them find my employer.
Exactly. Neither do I. My employer is me.
Yep, me too. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Go ahead.
Y'all can go talk to my 6-year-old because he's the damn boss.
Right?
And you know what he'll say is because he's heard me speak about Molly and things like that. And was one time where I was talking about bullies, and he goes, "Yeah, Mom, like that Molly." I go, "That's right, baby." He already knows. So go ahead.
Yep.
Go and contact the boss.
Michelle M. They act like the mean girls.
Anybody
you know,
who
like
knows
I
me,
told-
it's Rianne, and it's definitely my fiance TBZ, and they know there's nothing anybody can do to shut me up. I'm sure he wishes I would shut up sometimes, but
Oh, the school don't like me here. They don't.
Thank you.
I went off on them.
They will contact your employer, though. I will say that if you are a creator and you have a job, they would do that kind of stuff, and you have to be prepared for that type of stuff. You do.
Mm-hmm. Like I told you the other day, though, Tia, like these people don't scare me. I've had family do horrible things to me, things that you would never think blood would do to somebody. So these strangers think they could do a damn thing to me?
No.
Okay, go for it, baby.
I have too, Rayanne. Remember when we were talking in chat the other day on the live about CPS?
Yep, that's the whole story I got to tell, and I want you to tell yours too, Care Bear.
Yep. David's aunt was living in our house, and she called CPS on us. Said that we were abusing, neglecting, and that my husband was sexually assaulting my child.
Oh my God. I'm
Yep.
so sorry you had to endure that.
Oh, our case wasn't even open a month.
Well, yeah, because they probably came and figured out that it's not true.
Nope. And we kicked her butt out, told her to get out, and we don't even talk to her this day.
I'm sorry.
So sorry you
Never
went through
ever.
that.
I will never ever speak to that person, that woman again. I mean, I have to deal with seeing her at family get-togethers, but I don't say a word to her. She handed my daughter a Christmas card. My daughter handed it to me, and I threw it right in the trash. Like, we had just moved into our house. I live by a school. I could have lost my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
My husband lost his job. He was working at the sheriff's office, and he lost his job.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you get through that? I know that had to be hard to get through.
My mom helped me a lot during that time, but
Okay, good.
I mean, I told my husband, I'm like, we've been through so much. We've been through stuff that would tear our marriage apart.
Yeah.
We just clung together.
And
I mean,
it
we've
just
been
makes you
together.
stronger.
Yeah, we've been together 27 years, and most couples who've gone through a stillbirth, they don't last.
Yeah.
And, we went through that, and then we went through a miscarriage, and then this. It's like, yeah.
I am so sorry, Care Bear.
I really am.
That was
You deserve to go
3
through
years. It was 3 years ago. Yeah, the social worker came in. She's like, "Where's Caitlin?" I'm like, "Caitlin's not here." Sorry, excuse me. My daughter's name, my oldest daughter. I'm like, "She's not here."
Be careful saying names.
Sorry.
You don't want
Yeah,
people
CPS
No,
went to
it's fine.
my
It's
eldest
for your
child's high
protection.
school.
Yeah, my daughter wasn't even here. She was in at school in another state. So it's like,
That's
she's not
ridiculous.
here. But the reason I knew it was her, and this is how I know it was her, okay? Her friend was taking her out for coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and they hadn't seen each other for a while. I have never seen this woman run so fast out that door when her friend got here. She leaves 20 minutes later, the cops and the social worker are at my door. Her friend happens to work for CPS.
Wow. I think we need to do a CPS little story because I see a lot of us have similar stories and things to share.
I do.
This
I
is
have
ridiculous.
a story too. I do. I think we can definitely do that on your channel, Rian. That would be a good thing to talk about because people false report to CPS as well.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I want charges pressed on that person. I told him I want charges pressed on that person for the false allegations. Wasting your time when you could be taking care of somebody else that's actually happening to them.
Exactly. It's a
But,
waste of
it was an anonymous report. I'm like, I highly doubt that.
Yeah, anonymous my ass.
People try to ruin your life, especially jealous people.
But I just want to tell you, Teaya, that I am so grateful for your support, and it really does mean a lot to me. Like, I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and stranger, I love and appreciate you too, and all of the support you guys have given me. Chat, I know a lot of you have subbed to me, and it's just, it feels so amazing that there's so many people that want to see me grow my own little community and actually want to hear what I have to say. Like, that's something that doesn't happen a lot. And my husband, when I told him about the channel thing, and he was joking about it, and I told him, yeah, I think I'm really going to do it. He's like, yeah, I think you'll be really good at it. He's like, because you sure got things to say. I'm like, of course I'm like, shut the hell up. But, it just feels really good. And I'm very, very grateful and just over the moon with gratitude right now. And I just wanted to tell you I love you and I so appreciate you.
Oh, I love you too, and I think everyone should chase after their dreams, and I think everyone should use their voice. And I wish I had someone supporting me when I was a smaller channel. You know what I'm saying? So I am grateful to do that for a friend, and I would hope that it's hard to trust people on the internet. It just is. It is. It's unfortunate, but it is. But I think no matter what, I'm always going to do the right thing. And I think that you're going to do great with your channel. I think you have a beautiful voice, and I think people are going to be blown away by a lot of your stories. So
I can't wait until you start going live.
Yeah. Keep pushing. And
I didn't know that you had to you have to like click a button and then it's like you have 24 hours so you got to wait, and I'm like, oh, screw you, YouTube.
Yeah, you have to wait
and then I can't go
24 hours.
live on my phone until I have a certain amount of subscribers, and I'm like, oh, whatever. But Friday I'm planning for my first live. So
No, not through StreamYard.
okay, because that's what somebody else said, and so I signed up for StreamYards. I just have to wait for YouTube to clear, which it should be cleared in the morning, and then I think I can set up my StreamYards to go live whenever. So
You can still go live on StreamYard. You don't have to have a certain amount of subs. But through YouTube, probably, but not through StreamYard.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, any last thoughts? You guys?
Just that whole protest thing's a big circus.
It's a circus. It's going to get worse.
They should put some rides out there for the kids, like Ferris wheel, a merry-go-round.
Clowns all over the place.
Yeah.
Because it
I
is going
think,
to get worse.
truthfully, that anybody that's out there protesting needs to take a minute and not think about any names they're attached to, not think about any YouTube, but think about that little boy and think about the family that loved that little boy. And I'm not just talking about his mom and his grandma. I'm talking about everybody that truly loved that little boy. The
And think
babysitter that's
about the
down the road,
neighbors,
you
right?
know,
And the
just
neighbors, all the neighbors.
Yeah.
there's more to this story, and we are not entitled to know what is going on behind the scenes. We are not police. We are not detectives. We are nobody when it comes to that shit. Let the police do their job. Go help the people that are actually doing something. Go do that.
I 100% agree. My final thought, people need to remember the victims, not the money. Amen. Commander, the clowns are already there.
True, they are.
Commander always has me cracking up. Like, yes, because I do think that ultimately that's what it's about. It's nothing. It's just about the money, you guys. That's just how I feel. I do feel that there may be some people.
Oh, you know that's why Megan Mouth is going.
Oh, thank
Welcome
you
to
for
the
becoming
Glam
a
Fam Pet.
member. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Thank you for becoming a member. I think that is ultimately, like, I know some people there, they're passionate. They're hurt for, little Quentin, and it's heartbreaking. Some people literally are there just because they're hurt, and they're not understanding that standing outside yelling and screaming isn't going to do anything. It's not going to help you. Does that help this case when you go home and go to your hotel or wherever at the end of the night? No. I feel like it would be so much more conducive if you were to just maybe help in another way, praying, like we all do, sending prayers to the family, sending, the whole family, even though you may think they're involved, they still need prayer. They do. Okay. Also helping find him, it's just, there's so many other things that you could be doing. I don't see how it's any way constructive to stand out there and do what they're doing except for money. You're exploiting a baby. Period.
Write your lawmakers.
Yeah.
When it comes to when people are doing funding, try to get more funding for CPS. Try to get some laws passed. Try to change things. There are actual things we can fight for that will make a difference. Screaming into a freaking bullhorn ain't gonna do nothing.
Nothing. Except for benefit them. That's it. It doesn't
That's exactly
benefit. It doesn't benefit little baby Quentin. It doesn't. And my heart and prayers go out to everyone surrounded around this baby. I hope and pray that they find him. I hope and pray that justice is served. I don't know why it's taking so long, but sometimes it just does. And there's nothing that we can do about that. But I still feel like if you really wanted to make a difference, you would be protesting outside of the police station. They're the ones who's doing the investigation, and that's no encouragement. You shouldn't be protesting anywhere, but I feel like that would be more practical than standing outside of their home. You're mad because she's not arrested, right? That's their whole claim to their fame. Why is she not arrested? Why is she still running free? Okay. So then why wouldn't you protest outside of the police department instead of their home? Literally, how many people are ready to get physical? We already seen one confrontation between one of the protesters and the mother. They were about to fight. This can turn out really bad. And for what? For what? Doesn't
And
help
stop
anybody,
sending these people money.
right? Like, you guys keep sending these people money for hotels and everything like that. It's the subscribers, the supporters that are the enablers, that are enabling all of this shit, and thinking that they're doing something. They're not. I promise you, all they're doing is standing outside screaming. You guys sending them money, they're the only people benefiting off of it. You guys sending them money, you're not benefiting. All you get to do is sit there and watch.
Talk about getting a keg. Come on, dude.
Like, right. And I thought she didn't drink. Liar. I have proof of that too. She said she didn't drink. That's a fucking lie. She's lying about that.
Yeah, the receipts always come out.
They always do. Thank God you were able to keep your marriage strong. God bless you. I'm so sorry that happened to you, especially to your children. Children are the mercy of the adults around them. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's perfectly said. Thank you guys for being so supportive. Thank you guys for coming up on panel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Rianne. And she'll be talking about this, I'm sure, too. Care Bear, you need to come up here more often. You're always welcomed on panel. This is your first time up here, so I appreciate you coming up. And of course, always, Rianne, it's always a pleasure to have you on panel.
Thank you, Teaya. And it was so nice to meet you finally, Care Bear. Or, well, not, well, hear your voice, I guess. But,
Right.
yes, I love you guys.
I love you too. And I will talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Care Bear, are you there? She's on mute. So I will wait for her so I can say goodbye to her. But thank you guys so much for listening to me rant for the past couple hours. Running my damn mouth like I always do. But this is something that's very important to me. And oh, she dropped off. But thank you for coming up, Care Bear. Oh, your phone was frozen? Well, thank you so much for coming up, and you're always welcomed on panel. Hold on. I want to thank you guys for being here and, staying here this entire time, listening to me rant, listening to me talk about this. It's very, very hard to watch somebody exploit a child. And I think we've been watching this for a very, very long time. And I think it's very important for us to bring awareness about this. And I do think that there are amazing things that other channels are doing as well. Like I said, this is a whole new world for me, you guys. Like, I've never seen this before. Like, I've never paid such close attention to what is going on. I didn't know. I always knew that they were exploiting, but I didn't know that they were doing it to this magnitude and to a little baby. You're not helping anything. So ultimately, in conclusion, we'll continue to talk about this, and hopefully the people who are protesting, I hope that this turns out to be very safe and that nobody gets hurt, because I do feel like this can turn very dangerous very quickly. There are a lot of people to take into consideration here, and I think people are forgetting what really matters. And it's just it always sucks to see someone being exploited, especially a child. And that's why, to end it on this, that's why these people are called tragedy pimps. There's a reason for that, because they're always going around exploiting every case that they cover. every tragedy that they cover, it's always turning into being more beneficial to them than anyone else. And I'm talking about financially beneficial. You are making money off of other people's tragedy. Because as I said, and this is something that everyone should think about, even people who aren't against them protesting, everyone should think about this. In the eyes of the law, she's innocent. And you are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And it's not true for everybody, but she is innocent. So right now, you're standing outside of someone's home protesting, saying horrible things to them, playing baby, crying babies in the background to a person who is technically innocent. Okay. I don't understand why people don't like to face the truth. I don't understand why people don't like to see things for what they truly are, because she is innocent. Now we're waiting for the police officers to do, the detectives, the FBI to do what they're supposed to do. But no matter how much you think that she is guilty, she's still innocent. So what you're doing is wrong. In the eyes of the law, I do think that this type of protesting should be forbidden everywhere, should be against the law everywhere. This isn't peaceful protesting. This is harassment. You're standing outside of people's homes. You're watching them as they drive off. Some people, I even seen in one video where they were following someone. They were following, I think, the grandma, and knew exactly where she was going, and then said she wasn't wearing her seatbelt. She wasn't doing this, so I'm going to have the cops being called on her. That is harassment. Let the police do their job. Okay? Because all you're doing is hindering this investigation. You standing out there isn't going to make it go any quicker. It's just exploitative. It looks so bad, but I don't think they care as long as it's filling their pockets. That's sad. That's really sad. And karma, there is no deadline on karma. Everybody gets it. Okay? You can sit here and say that I exploit tragedies. It would be a lie. Okay? But at the end of the day, when you're doing wrong, karma does bite you in the ass eventually. You cannot pimp off of everyone, like exploit people's tragedies and think that there's no consequences for it ultimately in the end, because it is. There's always consequences to your actions. Always. So what the end game here is, I want the answer to that question. I want it in the comment section. I want to hear somebody give me a legitimate reason as to why you're doing this and what your end game is. And I don't want to hear to put pressure on them, because that's not going to work. Okay? That's not an answer to me. Standing outside of someone's home does not put pressure on them. So come up with another one. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me babble and the videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Comment, share, spread awareness, all of that good shit. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction, baby. And I will see you guys on the next one. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. Okay? Deuces. I love y'all. Bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold, behold, frost